One. Recording in progress, as always.
Jeez.
Thank you,
No,
bitch.
everyone, you're listening to Filmmaker Mike and the boys. Joining me is Sequestered Jester,
Hey, everybody.
Pinhead,
Good day, mate.
and Kuya.
How you doing, guys?
Awesome. There we go.
There
Isn't it a
we-
nice cold Coca-Cola?
Yeah, it was on sale for like, 6-pack for like $1. So
Oh, wow. Jeez. That's a deal.
Okay.
That's a deal. All righty. Well, welcome back, everyone. It's nice to be back after a brief 2-week hiatus. Or it almost feels like
I
2
took a
weeks.
2-week hiatus. You
Oh,
guys,
yeah,
you
you
guys
did.
didn't.
No, we only took one.
Y'all quit. Y'all quit on me yesterday or last week. So
Okay.
Yeah, and
just
then
kidding.
when the
Sure.
You're a
haters see,
drama queen.
when the haters see this new episode, they'll be like, they didn't fucking quit yet. Ah, shit.
We're back, bitches.
Like
That
they're even
Alrighty.
paying
goes
attention.
down.
So we have quite a ton to talk about. So we're gonna kick things off with a bunch of reviews, a bunch of stuff we've seen. We're gonna talk about it. So we're gonna start with A Quiet Place Part 2. So this has been making headlines. It hit big at the box office. It broke a pandemic record for the box office. So I think it was 57 million for opening weekend.
Nice.
Which, if that'll still spell any doubt for people, the movies are back. So what, in roughly a year, a little over a year, movie theaters are making money. And when you think about it, movie theaters are not at 100% capacity yet, and they're already breaking records. They're making the money. So that's a really good sign. Pinhead and I went on a little bro date, a little movie date. It was very last minute, but then we figured, you know what, why not? This is the first movie that I saw that wasn't a private watch party. And the seating, this is reserved seating for the theater. And so, oh man. Am I freezing again? Am I freezing?
No.
No, you're
Your
okay.
audio's fine, so
Oh, the audio is fine. Okay, it's just the picture.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so that's fine then. We'll make do with that. So yeah, the theater had reserved seating, and when Pinhead and I got there to where we're supposed to sit, there was a family sitting there. There were little kids sitting in our seats, and I didn't want to kick out kids from my seat, but I was just like, well, that's our seat. And then the dad was like, you sure you don't want to sit there? I'm like, well, as long as no one kicks us off these seats that we're gonna sit in, then you're fine. We're not gonna kick you out. So fortunately enough, like nobody kicked it. And I don't get it. The guy was like, oh, I don't know if this is even section row E number. I'm like, how do you not know? How do you just walk into a theater?
He knew.
Yeah, I'm like, dude. And this is not the first time this has ever happened too. Like this has happened to me a few times before. And I'm like, you guys realize this is reserved seating. You just can't waltz in here if you don't have the tickets. But anyway, the movie was
You're too nice. I would have fucking kicked them out.
yeah.
I would have been like, get the fuck out of my seat.
Well, hold on. In Mike's defense, he was ready to, but it was my black heart that stopped it because because I'm gonna defend Mike here. My black heart stopped it because at first I was pissed off because we had already been at the point where shit was already running. I saw the trailer for Old and we missed it because we were debating with these people. So I heard his bullshit. Yeah, I
don't know.
Yeah, you knew it was E fuckwit because you camped out in the whole fucking E section. So you knew, motherfucker, that it was E. So I was already mad. But those little kids were comfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck those kids, man.
If it weren't for the kids, I would have kicked them out.
No. You guys
Hold on.
You guys
Before
paid your
you go on
hard-earned money.
before you go on your tangent, it wasn't just It wasn't just that. I saw the kids and I was tired. I wanted to get it done. And he made a point. If they came, trust me.
Y'all are moving.
One more time for the cheap seats. Trust me. I would, if I had to, I would have thrown the child over the rail first, then the woman, and then the man.
So
by
I mean, if it was Kuya, he would have just sat on the kid first of all.
Exactly.
No. Like this is what I would do, right? Like you're not gonna move away from my seat. Okay, then I'm gonna fucking stand right here where my seat is, and I'm gonna fucking watch the movie while I'm standing. It's your choice to fucking move.
And the whole point of it, to wrap this up, the whole point of it, that's fine. The whole point of it, I was tired. And she even tried to pull some bullshit. She's like, I'm like, move the fucking bag or move your child. She's like, oh, it's cool. I'm like, yeah, move it. Because I even told her, I'm not playing these games. She knew the shit because she was the culprit.
Fucking.
He would have been the muscle. She was the culprit because I know it. She walked through there and she went, my kids are gonna. Because now I'm glad on the side note, I'm glad my grandma didn't come with us, because if she had come, she would have cleaned the whole fucking house out.
Oh yeah, exactly. But okay, I digress.
So-
I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, Mike, please.
Yeah. So anyway, so fortunately nobody kicked us off our new seats. So we're like, okay, we're good. Like, they better not, because if we get kicked out, they're fucking moving. So
Exactly.
yeah. So A Quiet Place Part 2. I never saw the first film in theaters. But when I saw it on Hulu, I was like, holy shit, this movie's awesome. I wish I saw this in the movie theater. So I knew that I needed to see this on the big screen just because of how that first film was and how highly anticipated this sequel has been. So a quick summary here. Following the deadly events at home, the Abbott family must now face the terrors of the outside world as they continue their fight for survival in silence. Forced to venture into the unknown, they quickly realize that the creatures that hunt by sound are not only threats that lurk beyond the sand path. So no spoilers for this review. I know Jester has yet to see the first film and of course this second film. And then Kuya, you still need to see this second one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You saw the first one at least, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
So this sequel, it has a running time of 1.5 hours, and it is tight.
Oh.
It's really tight. Like
And
you think like 1.5 hours, like, no, that's not enough. Like, give me 2 hours. But the 1.5 hours, the pacing, the story is so well told. Every character is very very clearly defined motivation and goals and all these things. It's fantastic. And John Krasinski really, like, when he made that first Quiet Place, was like, holy shit, what's up with these comedians making these fantastic horror films, like, or these fantastic, like, you know, thriller films. And then he knocks it out of the park with this one. He does it well. And of course, you've got Emily Blunt, who's back, and so are the kids. And then you've got newcomer Cillian Murphy, who's always fantastic to me anyway. But he was fantastic in this one. And you've got, so Noah Jupe is the son, and Millicent Simmons is Regan. She's the deaf kid. She does the sign language. So fantastic. The cast, the story, the effects, the use of sound, of course, in the film, and being in the theater with that big screen and that surround sound, it's perfectly used. This is if there's anyone out there who hasn't seen a movie yet back on the big screen, this is the movie to see it on. This is the movie to come back to the movie theater to and watch it and enjoy it, because it is fantastic. It's worth your money and it's worth your time. So I'm looking forward to what they do with the third film, which they already announced, like within less than a week of the release of the second film. And that one I don't think will be directed by John Krasinski, which I'm kind of cautious about, because I'm like, why would you not just like let him do it? Like, or maybe he's like, I'm done, I'm busy, like I want to do something else. But
Yeah, he's gonna
obviously,
play Reed Richards, right? So
maybe, hopefully, we don't know, we'll see. But yeah, check it out, A Quiet Place Part 2. I'm giving this a solid 5 out of 5. There is one little moment which I will not spoil that I thought was like that was really stupid of that character, and you rarely hear me say that because but then I get it to some extent. It added tension and all that stuff, but perhaps we'll talk about it when everyone gets to see it, and we'll go full spoilers. But this will be out on Paramount Plus. Probably I think in like maybe 4 weeks or more, 45 days after the release. So, but again, nothing like seeing this film on the big screen. That added so much to the experience of the film. So go ahead, Pinhead.
Sequel, we don't know for the most part yet if it's a complete sequel. It might be a spin-off. There's rumors that we're not getting it a third one yet, that we might get a spin-off, which this director will be doing. We don't know yet. But there's rumors that there will be a spin-off for these series. However, we're talking about this movie. I rarely approve of horror movies in the modern era because it's hard to do because they've been trash. This movie is a horror movie. I will tell for all of you out there, and not to exclude anyone from the conversation, but to all of you horror people out there, I'm speaking to you specifically. Before you have a chance, please go see this movie. We need to support horror, and this is a edge of your seat, tension building horror movie. This is how horror should be done. And it pisses me off that a funny man is doing it. However, I'll let it pass because this proves to me that John Krasinski, I don't care that he's a funny man. Fuck that shit. These two movies prove to me he's a horror fan. It proves to me 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt that he's a horror fan. Because the movie is, like Mike said, the movie is tight. And not only is it tight, it's tension building tight. Where you're like, I know this might happen.
but
and then sometimes it does happen that way. And then sometimes they go, we're going to fuck with you. And it's not going to happen that way. And it's going to throw a curveball to you to where you're like, it's everything I wanted. They answer the questions that you had from the first one while asking more questions. And that's what makes it perfect. And I can't wait for the third film because there will be a third film. Make no mistake about it. And I hope that we just drop all this nonsense and we just let John Krasinski do what he needs to do. Maybe he will be, Mr. Fantastic Elastic Condom. Who knows? I don't care about that. I want him to do what he feels like he needs to do. I don't care if it takes us 10, 15 years to get A Quiet Place Part 3. I want him doing it. It needs to be done by him because not only because of the tightness of the direction, he's already established a lore with this series, and it's confirmed in this sequel. Without spoiling it, I wish you two pussies would have seen it because we could really talk about it and get into it, but you didn't. That's fine. And a lot of people haven't seen it. Please go see this film so we can all talk about it because there are some critical points in this movie that need to be talked about that we can't talk about that make this almost a masterpiece.
Really?
That word's flung around so much, especially within the last 2 years. This is actually the closest thing I've ever seen to a legitimate masterpiece. I can't give it a 10 out of a 10 because I've seen better. But I will give the Papa Pinhead a seal of approval. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. This is an A minus. This is an A minus film.
Gold stars for you, Krasinski.
So this one, A Quiet Place 2, then
not just gold stars for Krasinski, gold, platinum stars for Emily, because she's the one that holds the glue to the table. I might give it a pass because she's like the Vera Farmiga of like, and we'll get into it with the Conjuring review coming up. But even if the movie was shitty, she's the glue that holds this house together. But we need Krasinski to do the third one. We just have to. Otherwise, don't bother. So,
right.
A minus, 9.5 out of 10. Krasinski, you and your wife, you're making us proud.
All righty. Jester, you had a question?
Yeah, so you guys had a nice little bro date, and did you do the old hole in the popcorn bowl trick on Pinhead there? Sure, he would appreciate it. Share the popcorn.
He got Mike. He got nachos.
Yeah,
he got nachos. It was really quiet, like especially in the film. There's a lot of quiet parts, and I can hear Pinhead is like crunching.
I know. I was trying so hard not to.
They're gonna fucking hear.
I was like. He let the shit. So this is a testament to the movie because he's right. You could hear me crunching, but you stopped hearing me crunching when the most important parts where I knew the tension was building, that grasped all of us. Like I let that shit swirl in my mouth, and I hate to say it, but I did because I was like, yeah. So to answer your question, Jester, there was no foreplay because it couldn't have happened because we were all on the edge of our seats. I watched Mike. I saw those moments where he did that teenage. I saw you a couple of times. You grabbed your mouth like a teenage girl at prom. I saw you do it. That's the testament to a good horror movie.
Did you guys
getting people on the edge of their seats that don't like these films? So sorry, Jester. Go ahead.
No, yeah. You guys sit Seinfeld style or close together, elbow to elbow.
Elbow to elbow.
Yeah.
It was definitely a bro date. I'm happy for you guys.
Well, we sat elbow to elbow to each other and the family of 500 that we were there with.
Yeah, I mean,
so don't be too excited.
It could have been a fun threesome, but you're like, oh, I haven't seen the first movie yet. You have fucking Hulu. I got so much stuff to watch.
Wow.
It's not even that. It's just I'm honestly just not interested. If I'm gonna be straight
exactly.
Up,
and we thought,
dude, watch the first film. Give that a shot, and then
so many people have told me.
Huh?
So many people have told me, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'm good.
Wow.
To be honest, I understand where he's coming from. I'd see his wife enjoying it more than him. So
probably.
What?
Yeah. So maybe she'll get me to watch it one of these days.
Hopefully not, because you don't deserve to enjoy the greatness that is A Quiet Place. So just stay in your space wizards shit.
Oh boy. All righty. So moving on, like we've got some reviews. We got our horror. We just finished a horror review, and again, to be clear, I'm not a huge horror fan, but A Quiet Place has gotten me definitely like getting into the genre. So
and Mike, I'll just tell you this before we move on.
Yeah.
There's a lot more of those movies in the horror genre that are even better than that. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Alrighty. So next up, Pinhead's gonna be reviewing The Conjuring. The devil made me do it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
There's a
so I'm
sound
gonna
of excitement.
I'm gonna spend I'm not gonna go too far on this because I don't want this to be a 7-hour soliloquy, but I will say this. This was so me and Mike saw A Quiet Place later that night. During the daytime, me and my grandmother went to see Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
Did the devil make you watch it?
I felt like it. So we'll just Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson, they're always fantastic. This is the I wanted to see this is because I was extremely happy that I like seeing them succeed because they're not the typical Hollywood people. So, I'm sure they're scumbags, maybe, who knows? Or maybe they're great people, but they're not your typical, they're not Angelina Jolie or your Brad Pitt. Like, you know who they are, but they're not superstardom, actors. James Wan's gone. So we know that. He's out doing Aquaman and Malignant. Those are his two things right now. Malignant's done, so now, as we know, he's focusing on Aquaman, suck me, fuck me into the financial void. I don't know I don't care. So now we got a new guy who comes to the fray. And I know I'm starting to sound like I'm going to drag this out, but I'm not. We got Michael Chavez, or, he's American, so Chavez. He did The Curse of La Llorona. That movie was garbage. Yep. And it's not my opinion. It's not just my opinion. In the horror community, a lot of people hated, most people hated this shit. Unless you were a brain dead robotic zombie, you hated this movie. So we're off to the races. I'll be short and sweet. This movie was dog shit. And I'm gonna call it dog shit because it's average. Let's say it together because we keep doing this, and these guys need to stop doing it. It's pissing me off, but we're gonna keep doing it until you learn. So let's say it together. This movie was average. Middle of the road. And that's me being nice. I'm tired of this. I'm so tired of this. This movie actually has, this is one of the movies that actually has Rotten Tomatoes critics and Metacritic agreeing.
Really?
Yes.
Holy shit.
The Rotten Tomatoes, 58%. You go, that's Metacritic, 53.
Damn.
When you can have critics and normies agreeing together, your movie's dog shit, average, middle of the road. The kid, he's really good. I'll give him that. The kid from Little Giants, he looks like the kid from the Little Giants movie. Little Giants. The Four Eyes.
Yeah, you got you. Froggy.
He's good. That's fine. But it stops there. So I talked to one of our coworkers about this. This movie, this is a really good story. It's shit horror. This movie is sold as a horror movie, correct? I think we can all agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a horror movie. The jump scares are atrocious. They are constant, non-stop, and it's almost embarrassing to watch. My grandmother said it lasted longer than it needed to last. And she's a bigger expert on horror than I am because she actually got me into horror. So I'll defer to her anytime she says, we've not agreed quite a bit, but this is the one time that we 100% agree. It went on way too long. It went on way too long. People were concerned about the law and order aspect. Without spoiling it, it's almost non-existent. So I'm gonna give my final verdict. I'm gonna do a video on YouTube with this to really get into it, so I can go on a long tirade and critical points of why I do not like this film and why this sets horror back 20 years. This movie, and only because of Vera Farmiga and Patrick, this movie is a 2.5 out of 10.
Wow.
This is an F film. Maybe on a good day like that Simpsons episode where Bart got that one where he cried to Miss Krabappel and he spewed his guts and actually got something right from what he read, it might pass barely, where we show mercy like Miss Krabappel did to Bart.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe on a good day it gets a passing grade so Conjuring can go have its summer vacation, but other than that, it's a failure. 100%.
Wow.
Especially after watching A Quiet Place Part 2 later in the day. It's a failure. And by the way, Mr. Michael Chavez, that's strike 2. And this is, and I'm bringing this up as we close it because I made this a point on my review on my YouTube channel, on my video of reviewing the trailer for this. I told you if you gave us average, middle of the road, ho hum shit, we're coming for you. That's strike 2. You have one chance left, buddy. You better damn well make it a good one. And that's my review.
All righty. So next up, we got Jester, Kuya, and Pinhead. You guys have seen it. I haven't seen it yet. The Bo Burnham Netflix special.
Yep, inside.
So I've talked more than I needed to. I'm going to let these two gentlemen say everything they need to, and then I'll state my piece and what I thought about it at the very end after they're done. So I defer to you, gentlemen. Go on.
Kuya, you want to go first?
Oh, sure. Why not? I know the name, Bo Burnham. I've never seen any of his specials or anything like that. The guy that I thought was like playing the music and then talking about dick jokes, that was actually Stephen Lynch. It wasn't Bo. During the pandemic when he did it by himself, and I was surprised, man. I was actually pleasantly entertained by the stuff that he was talking about. He was talking about like a lot of stuff, like things that would bother anybody in regards to isolation and things that are like troubling people at the time when you're by yourself and everything like that. And the background of it is he had some sort of anxiety attacks during performances in years prior. That's why he quit doing shows. So he says on 2020 that this was going to be his comeback year, 2020. And then COVID happened. So I'm not familiar with the stuff that he did prior, but the stuff that he talked about in this special was pretty good. Like I was really entertained with the songs that he made. Um, he was very creative musically, as well as like with the lyrics in regards to like the stuff. Like my favorite is How the World Works and White Women on Instagram was fucking hilarious to me. Um, he goes into like, I'm not sure if it is like something that's was bothering him. He did talk about like a suicide in a sense, like something mental, and then he stopped and he did like a public service announcement about it and all that stuff. But so I'm not sure if during the special it really got to that point where he wanted to to end his life or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a weird thing, but yeah, like the way he did it, and the way things went through the went through the special was actually good. Like and it looked like it felt like a movie coming like one of those movies that are like you're those indie flicks that you want to do something like that you're the art critics are gonna be like, oh well, this is like avant-garde whatever bullshit, but it was funny. I'm not a fan of Bo Burnham at all, but pleasantly surprised about this one, so and pleasantly entertained, so yeah. Jester, what do you think?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest. I knew about Burnham for a while now
Mm.
as a stand-up comic. I think his points on reality, so to speak,
Mhm.
very good. But as a comedian, I don't like his comedy. Like I've never liked his comedy. So when I heard that the special was like, I don't know, it was like everyone's expecting a comedy, and then you go in to watch it, and you're like, yeah, it's not a comedy. And to say that this is a comedy special is a joke in itself. So if you're going in expecting some laughs, yeah, it's
There's some points, right?
there are some points, but it was so dark I laughed kind of thing. You know what I mean? Now the special itself, I didn't really enjoy. It's not my kind of thing, but from a creative standpoint, guy is great. Guy's amazing from a creative standpoint. And he's all the praise and acknowledgement on this piece is well deserved. Like he deserves it big time. He worked really hard on this. It looks great. I'm beyond impressed he did it by himself, having shot it all by himself. Again, for a lot of people, some of the stuff that he's talking about, like some people were quite surprised and then like in shock after the bit had ended. And I'm so what is it, numb to it, or like I already know, like it's nothing new to me. So I'm already pretty much aware of everything that's going on. That's that's terrible right now. But to get in a real inside look on reality, I mean, yeah, by all means, check out his special. It's really good. It may not be your cup of tea, but I do encourage you to finish it. I think it's interesting. And give this guy's creative work some love because it's well deserved. But yeah, that's my piece, Pinhead.
This is. I'm gonna be short and sweet with this shit. I think this was trash, and I'm not gonna just say it was trash just to say it was trash. This was fucking absolute egregious garbage. I'm gonna be transparent here. I don't know anything about this guy. I don't want to know anything about this guy because he's a fucking scumbag. He's white trash. I'm going to throw it out there. He's the epitome of white trash. He's scum. This is the exact reason why I hate modern comedy. He's not symptom of the disease that is called modern comedy. I'm gonna go real quick. This shit was trash. I don't understand how this could, because if you go into Netflix, you know, oh, Pinhead, James, you're overreacting.
No, I don't
I'm
think
not,
so at all.
because this is being sold as, you can go into Netflix itself and look at what the description is. It is sold as a U.S. comedy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not funny. And I'm gonna get a little personal here, and then I'm gonna finish. I'm a person that suffers from mental health, and I don't find this funny whatsoever. This shit is dangerous because this, once again, we're key and laughing it up about mental health. It's not funny. Maybe so. I'll start with the things that I thought were great, and then I'll end with the shit why I'm tired of this and I'm angry. The cinematography was fantastic because it's art house shit. This is art house shit. It's exactly what it is. This motherfucker is the Dario Argento of America. I'm gonna tell you right now. He thinks he's so important, and he's saying something so important. It's self-indulgent, average, middle of the road claptrap bullshit. And it's offensive because it's under the guise of, well, I have mental health problems. That's fine. But what you are doing is dangerous because you're making mental health and depression cannon fodder for comedy. And it's not just him. That's why I said he's not the disease, he's the symptom, because a lot of people are doing this shit. A lot of your mainstream talk show hosts are doing this shit, and they're keying it up and laughing it up, and everybody's just letting it go by the wayside, and then you wonder why you got the shooters out there blowing your family members away. Keep laughing it up. Keep laughing it up. You're going to find that you're going to see a lot more night stalkers out in the world killing your grandmothers and your sisters and your daughters and your brothers. And it's not going to be so funny anymore. And then it'll stop real quick. This shit is dangerous because it's absolutely rotten, average, middle of the road, first world problems disguised as a PSA for suicide. To the point where he metaphorically self-deletes. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage. And you know what? You should be shot in the head for this shit. So you don't make other kids who are thinking about killing themselves, because that's what you're spreading out there. I hate to tell you this, Bo, but you're spreading the message of, through comedy, it's okay to sit in a fucking corner and cry and not do anything about it and self-delete. That's a bad message to send out there. And that's why I said he's not the disease, because Netflix is the disease, because they gave him the money and the fucking platform to do this. He's just a symptom of the disease. Of people that think mental health is a fucking... This shit needs to stop. And I'm done. Fuck Bo Burnham. Fuck him.
So I have a question. Is there a warning at the beginning of this, like as far as like the issues that it deals with?
Yep.
There is at the beginning, like a mental health warning, like.
And it gives you a bullshit warning at the end too.
Okay.
I mean, he tells you at the beginning why he did
Yeah.
the special in the first place.
Oh, okay.
He says, I think he's straight up in the mirror. He's like, yeah, I pretty much did the special to kind of stop from shooting myself in the face.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it was kind of like a personal project thing that he did for himself, but
right, to help him keep going, I guess.
Right.
I mean,
right.
like, you know, like a comedian, like the only thing that you can do for yourself is, you know, to make light of what you're feeling.
Right, which is how most comedians,
And
are. So
unfortunately,
That's fine. What I'm saying is,
Mhm.
let's not play and pretend that he didn't make a lot of money off of this fucking
oh no, he made
this
Oh, yeah.
so-called stand-up special.
he made
How
a
many?
ton
How
of money
many?
with
Of
this
the,
one.
so answer me this, and I'll leave it at this. How many of the people that actually committed suicide made any profit off of what he's talking about? Like we have to, because you start to get into those questions of, okay, so this guy had a hard time, and I'm not taking away from his mental health, but he profited off of it.
yeah, and I think he makes a couple jokes to the point of that as well.
Exactly. That's
Correct.
fine. That's fine. That's fine. So how funny is it for those who actually had a child that committed suicide that didn't profit off of it? So is that funny to them? If they see this, if they might go, because we all have different wavelengths. They might go, that's hilarious. It's funny, huh? And they self-delete themselves. It's a dangerous precedent. Let's not pretend that it isn't. I understand. I understand what he was going for.
Okay.
This motherfucker is a 99-cent store version of David Lynch. Because that's what this is. This is bargain bin David Lynch shit. That's what he was going for. Introspective. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is you're setting a dangerous precedent doing that. You got to be careful with what you do. And what I got out of that, and it may just be me,
Mm-hmm.
but I may not be the only one either, and that's the point of this.
Right.
What I got out of the stand-up special, and that's where we come full circle. Why it's under the guise of comedy, a stand-up special. This stand-up special, the message I got out of this stand-up special was give up. Self-delete. There's no hope. Unless you get a bag dropped to you by Netflix. Wink, wink.
Right. Yeah, I can
That's
see how you saw
all.
it that
I'll
way.
leave it there. I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
All righty. Moving on to the Marvel Universe, we got a brand new Marvel show. Of course, the highly anticipated Loki. A lot of fans were really disappointed and distraught at the beginning of Avengers Endgame, right? Yeah, Avengers Endgame, when Loki bit the dust when he was strangled by Thanos. Until, of course, we get to spoilers. Traveling back in time, 2012 Avengers, and Loki gets a hold of the Tesseract, and he vanishes out of there. And the fans were like, "What does it mean? Is Loki still alive?" And sure enough, he is very much, or at least the 2012 version of him, is alive. So we got the debut of Loki on Disney Plus, and we're getting this show every Wednesday. So it's kind of nice because don't have to wait till like Friday or till like Thursday midnight to see something new. So we got episode 1. It was 51 minutes long, and the title of episode 1 is Glorious Purpose. The description goes: after stealing the Tesseract in Avengers Endgame, Loki lands before the Time Variance Authority, also known as the TVA. And we're also introduced to Owen Wilson, who plays Mobius, who is
Mobius. Why Mobius?
Why Mobius?
No, that's his name. Mobius. Why Mobius?
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. But yeah,
Wow.
I did everyone get to see this?
I don't think Pinhead saw it.
Yeah, we'll find out shortly when he gets back. So
Yeah, are we gonna talk about spoilers?
Yeah, that's
or
the
no?
thing. That's the thing. I don't want to spoil anything for Pinhead if at least nothing too big. But
Well, he's not an MCU fan.
but yeah, I really liked the this first episode. It was really fascinating to see Loki out of the regular timeline and taken into the TVA. And he's acting like a god and like, what are you doing? Like he's basically a fish out of water because he doesn't get mild spoilers. He doesn't get to use his powers because they basically what do they do? They put that thing, that collar thing.
Yeah, but there's just no magic in that city or
Right,
whatever.
that's you. Right.
Yeah.
Pinhead, did you get to watch Loki?
No, I hated. Just spoil it. Spoil it.
Spoil it. Okay.
Like, I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. Fuck them.
Oh,
So just spoil it
you're
for
not
me.
gonna watch Tom Hiddleston?
No,
Tom Fiddle Me.
Wow.
not unless you guys tell me there's a strong, sexy black queen in there.
Actually,
I
there
ain't
is.
watching.
There is.
Yeah,
there
actually,
actually
there
is.
is.
Yeah,
There is.
Stop.
There, no,
Yes,
I'm
there
serious.
is. There
I
is.
swear it
I'm
is.
serious.
She's the
You
judge.
motherfuckers! I hate all of you.
She might actually. She might
I don't
actually
care.
play.
That's
Pinhead.
fine.
Pinhead. She might actually play an important role in the upcoming big events.
I'll
and all
watch
that
it
stuff.
for myself. Just spoil it. It's fine. It's not gonna bother me.
Okay,
It's
but
not-
you definitely
okay.
gotta watch it.
Okay.
What are the?
I will. If you spoil, we'll make a deal. If you guys spoil this whole episode and go on, I'll promise I'll watch it. How about that?
I find it hilarious. What are the fucking odds that you would say, unless you tell me there's a strong black queen in there, and there is.
And I was like, yeah, there is. And all three of us were like, yeah, she kind of hot.
Yeah,
I
and she,
swear,
fu-
dude.
and she fucking
Yeah.
manhandles Loki, the great Loki.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah. She's literally from the beginning to the end there.
yeah.
Okay, so let me just get straight to it. What the fuck? Infinity Stones, paperweights? Are you fucking kidding me? That's
Dude.
bullshit.
Well,
That's bullshit.
there was a lot of that. There was a lot of that, though. I mean, come on. I mean, the whole thing I hated. This is okay. I was actually intrigued all the way up to the point where I felt like I got slapped in the face with such BS plot armor, where he's like, "What about the Avengers?" You know, and the Avengers were supposed to change time, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so stupid. Like, are you serious? It's so dumb. So like that straight up annoyed me.
But I do like that, he Mobius really tells him like you're meant your destiny is basically that just to be, just to interrupt and like be full of mischief, like, and nothing
Mhm.
more. So, and like when he gets to see what his life was supposed to play out as, in the events of Thor: The Dark World. He's with Thor. Like, I love that you get to see, and of course, fantastic performance by Tom Hiddleston. On his face, he's reacting to seeing, like, he gets to spend time with his brother, and then he sees his mom when she dies, Frigga, and then
Odin.
and then Odin as well when they lose him in Kuya's favorite man in
They call him son, right?
the Thor Ragnarok movie. What else? Like, and then in Endgame when Thanos like snaps his neck or like strangles him to death, and he's just like genuinely shocked. Yeah,
Mike,
yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Before this TV version of Loki changes or switches with the other Loki, so that the real Loki will survive, and this one will die.
You think
And-
that? Oh, so you're saying that's what's gonna happen?
and he used one of the paperweights. Remember one of the stones that he has,
Uh-huh.
the one that he gifted to Thanos, and then Thanos put it in, and he said like this is the wrong one or whatever, because it's from a
does?
different dimension. Ooh shit!
What?
Yeah.
When does he say that in Endgame?
He said, remember, like he was giving him the gift of the stone, right, at the beginning of Endgame.
Uh-huh.
And then Thanos looked at him and was like, "This is fake, whatever," and then he just crushed it.
Oh, that's
before he
right.
got stabbed, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Remember like the Victor guy or whatever his name is. He was holding the green thing, the green gem.
Yeah.
He didn't put it back. He kept it.
Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
This is so dumb, dude.
Fuck
I
with
mean,
the
like,
timeline.
it's dumb in a good
So-
way, but it's just
So
dumb.
this show is the fucking cop out, like I told you guys at the very
Yeah.
beginning. This
I
is
know.
the cop out. This is what's gonna fill all the plot holes that fucking Marvel created during the MCU 10-year run.
Well, not only
all of
that,
the-
but
all-
they'll do the
all of
same
the
thing with all
bullshit-
the other stuff, right?
Yeah, all of the bullshit that they're gonna do, the
All the multiverse
sacrifices,
stuff.
the sacrifices that Gamora, that Scarlet Witch, that fucking Tony, who else sacrificed themselves for the Infinity Stones?
Vision.
Vision. It means
Yeah.
it means absolutely fucking nothing. So WandaVision doesn't even matter.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah, right.
Well,
But,
I
but
mean,
the MCU
yes.
fans are gonna love it.
Oh yeah, they're gonna love it because it's Loki. Because like
It's
it's
so
fucking
good.
Loki.
It's
No,
so
oh,
good.
Tom Hiddleston. It's fucking Loki.
It's
Oh my
Well-
god, he's so good. Oh my god.
Hey, to be
Calm
fair, I was saying it's so good all the way up to that point where she said that. And then also the ending of them like revealing the big bad.
Is
That
Loki
fast.
himself?
It's so stupid. I was like,
Yeah, exactly.
Are you
I'm
kidding
like,
me?
so
Why can't
bad
we have
Loki,
somebody else? Like, who cares?
Yeah, because in the church at the beginning, in the stained glass, when he's talking to the kid,
It was
Um,
Mephisto.
Yeah, it's the
well, that's
devil,
what everyone
yeah.
was saying. Oh, Mephisto, Mephisto. But then the director confirmed. She said, like, no, Mephisto's not in this show. Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys, and you're Mephisto. But then when you look closely at the stained glass, the horns. That's actually like the horns,
It was
like
actually
Loki on Loki's helmet. So
yeah the
I
one
actually like that.
Right.
I actually like that twist of evil Loki. But I do like the theme of the show where it's like detective, like crime, like basically. But then it feels a lot like it feels a lot like Umbrella Academy, where they travel back in time to figure out how to stop this thing. There's a bunch of
It's
memes
just
going
dumb.
around already.
this is like a fucking shitty ass MCU version of Quantum Leap.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
There you go.
It is.
because
dude.
this is what it is. Because like Loki's gonna right the
Wow.
wrongs. Right. Loki's gonna right the wrongs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
uh-huh.
And
then
you know
to-
they're gonna try to they're gonna try to stop the bad Loki. I'm like fucking
Well-
what if the bad Loki is the real Loki that he's working with?
I think it is. I think he's going to be stuck in this like tail eating it or the snake eating his own tail for eternity thing.
Yeah,
That-
and then
that makes it
until
okay.
he gets that opportunity to fucking switch himself with the real Loki, and you know in Thor's spaceship when
Right, in
when Thanos
Endgame.
comes in, yeah,
Yeah.
because the sheer anger that he had in his eyes when he got his neck snapped was like I was just like, yeah, he's gonna come out with for revenge on this motherfucker.
Right.
That's basically what
mean,
it is.
It's true. I think
Now
that's
I
a really
gotta
good
watch
theory.
it.
That's a really
Yeah.
good theory.
It's Quantum Leap. I gotta watch it. Now that's
it's
like
poor
my
man's-
all-time favorite show.
Pinhead is poor man's Quantum Leap. So like I'm just giving you
Yeah,
giving you the
it's poor man's
expectations. Right
Quantum
now.
Leap on a Disney motherfucking
Robert
budget.
Cobb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably had a better budget than Quantum Leap.
Yeah.
If Time Cop and Quantum Leap had a baby, this is the show.
And
Oh.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, Pinhead. It's straight up still better than Captain Marvel. I mean, this is actually
Yeah,
fun to watch.
you go.
Like I'm enjoying myself.
It's actually
There's
pretty
just
funny.
some dumb stuff.
It's actually pretty
yeah,
funny.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, I
right.
agree. And Owen Wilson is actually surprisingly good. Like I'm enjoying his character a
Yep.
lot, actually. So
Yeah. And
Yeah, but my
forget-
dick getting hard is better than Captain Marvel.
I know, because you ate out of the popcorn. You ate the popcorn from the movie, all buttered up and everything.
don't forget, guys. Don't forget the fucking son of the CEO of Goldman Sachs. he got fucking dusted like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, where's your ticket?
So-
I don't have a ticket.
He got
I don't even
reset, right? That's what that is.
No, he disappeared. He fucking disappeared because they fucking deleted him because he
So
didn't have a
just gets
ticket.
Right. But does he just get deleted, or does he get like reset?
Mm-mm.
Oh, just straight up deleted.
Yeah.
So I had some questions too, because like, so in this show, they kind of show you in that stupid like 1960s movie theater, let's all go to the lobby song. They show you that trailer on the TV.
Yeah. About the TVA and all that stuff.
Yeah. So in the comics, are they like doing it backwards in the universe where the multiverse existed before and then they make one strong timeline? Or is it like in the comic books where the multiverse existed and then there was a war that you saw?
Well, what happened before? The TVA appeared first in Fantastic Four because they put Reed Richards and the rest of the crew up on trial because they kept fucking with the universe. So all of the things that they did, they all the cool things that Fantastic Four did, it kind of sort of messed with the universe itself. So it got so there's different parallel universes happen and all that stuff.
Okay.
So that's what the TVA was there for at the beginning, and then
So
I think it's a recent change in their format that they had the sacred timeline. Oh, there's only one timeline.
Right. So that's what I'm asking.
They ain't no fucking sacred timeline because the multi-universe is bullshit. Like fuck DC and their multi-universe bullshit.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like right now, we have the sacred timeline right now.
Yeah.
So my question is Loki gonna screw that up, and then you're gonna have?
I'm sure he's gonna fuck it up.
Well, they mention it.
War?
They mentioned it right at the beginning, like multiverse of man. They basically hint at multiverse of madness. It's spoken. I forgot which character said it, but when they said it, they were pretty much hinting at Doctor Strange and the multiverse of madness.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess because
I think it was the judge or it was the cartoon itself that explained it that if something happened or if all of these things came out of the sacred timeline without getting corrected, it'll cause so much chaos and madness and literally
like, hey, hint.
Hey, I don't give a fuck. Just tell me when the X-Men come in.
Dude, that's what I want to know, man.
Because according to Rob from Comics Explained, this show, his theory, it might lead to the X-Men coming. So tell me when that happens.
I hope it does.
I really want to say the Eternals movie will be the gateway for the X-Men. I really want to say that.
Really?
I don't give a fuck. I'm not watching any of this shit. You guys can tell me when the X-Men are
You gotta see your Black
here.
Queen, strong Black Queen, dude.
But actually,
That's
you
awesome.
have two. Remember the judge? The judge was pretty strong black woman too.
Speaking
no,
of,
she was a white girl.
No, she wasn't.
The judge? Yeah, she was.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I don't think so. Go check. You can go check right
Oh,
now.
I think so.
Speaking of strong Black Queens, I'm looking at the cast for Loki, and I'm seeing some interesting characters here that we're gonna be seeing coming up. So we have Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie.
Okay.
She's gonna be in it. We've got Wunmi Mosaku, who's gonna be playing Hunter B-15, which sounds a lot like
That's
her. That's her. Yeah.
That's the strong black woman. Yeah.
There you go. That's
her.
been a strong Black Queen. We've got Richard E. Grant from Rise of Skywalker, who's in this somewhere.
Gosh dang it, Kuya, you're right.
Huh?
Damn it.
Wait.
Right.
Can you repeat that? What was that?
Kuya was right. Kuya was
What?
right.
About
I
what?
repeat, Kuya was right about.
And who was wrong? Who was wrong?
I was. Jester was wrong.
Okay.
Kuya was right.
Okay.
I'll
Thank
reach
you.
in the popcorn bucket and grab your pole. I got it. Okay.
All right.
So
Cool.
So we also have Tara Strong, who does the voice for Missed Minutes, that little cartoon clock that everyone really likes. And then we've also got a Mark Ruffalo appearing as Bruce Banner. So yeah, and Jasper Sitwell, believe it or not, Jasper Sitwell, if you don't remember, Jasper Sitwell was the Hydra agent in the Captain America and the Winter Soldier, who Falcon like throws off, or like Steve Rogers, Captain America, I think throws off, or was it Black Widow? Throws off the building and then Falcon catches him. But he does die.
The bald guy.
Right?
The bald guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hail Hydra. Okay.
Yeah. And at the beginning, he's like, I told you, Shield doesn't negotiate, but I'm really fucking Hydra, motherfuckers. So
Hail Hydra.
yeah, we've got an interesting cast, and there's more actors there that are coming up that I'm not very familiar with, but it looks really interesting. But yeah, right at the beginning, they mentioned the multiverse could go mad, and I'm like, ooh, multiverse of madness 2022. But yeah, it makes sense, because if the sacred timeline is this one timeline, the multiverse of madness will blow that shit away, and we're gonna see, oh, the Spider-Man. Well, I don't know if we're gonna get the Spider-Mans.
I
in
hope
that
we get
one.
all the Spider-Mans.
But this December, who knows? So yeah, I'm digging it. I'm enjoying it, and it's nice that we got a 45-minute episode. There's like 5 minutes of credits. They're learning. It's no longer
2 minutes less.
yeah. We're like,
It's no
"Ooh,
longer 7 minutes.
we cut that shit for you guys." So
Yeah. We made the
Yeah.
credits like roll a little faster. Just
yeah, but I fantastic performance from Owen Wilson. I love the chemistry of Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston. It's great. It's fantastic. Like, they're just perfect. So
you can sit down if you want. I don't want to sit down. I want to stand up. You can stand up. I want to make my choice.
yeah,
Yeah, there is no choice, bud.
and that fucking remote that he can't really do it, and he's trying to do something, but he
Yeah.
can't. Like, he just rewind or whatever.
I did
So,
like
yeah.
that subtle humor of like when he's like, "Oh, sorry," like it just rewinds you, not the chair, and like because he falls when the chair's gone. Yeah,
And
it's
there
like,
was,
yeah.
I think there was it almost reminded me of was it, yeah, of Thor
Like-
Ragnarok, where he was falling. Is it Thor Ragnarok where he's falling? No. It must
Yeah.
have been
No, it was Doctor Strange. Or,
Doctor
like,
Strange.
Was
When
it
went
when he's falling for 30 minutes? No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that is that's the one with Hera, right? His sister.
Oh, so it's Ragnarok.
Yeah, it is Ragnarok.
Yeah.
She breaks his
Okay,
hammer.
because
Right
like
after that.
because Doctor Strange was there and like he kept like making him fall for like 30 minutes, right?
Right.
Yeah, he got
kept
him out of the
hitting-
way to talk to Thor.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. So, alrighty, that's Loki. Check it out, Pinhead. All right, moving on. We got the Bad Batch, episode 7, Battle Scars. And
All right, so I'll say right here, I'm stepping out. Goodbye.
delving into them space wizards, but no wizards in this one. But lots of space and lots of some action. So we got the episode Battle Scars, and this is the one where so the Bad Batch pretty much get to meet up with Captain Rex, and
Spoilies.
as Rex talks to them, he finds out that they have not even bothered to remove their the inhibitor chip from their
He was gonna get ready to shoot him.
yeah,
All of
because he
them.
knew, he experienced it, and he knew that there's no way out of it. There's no way. So it says here, as they traverse a decommissioned medical facility, the Batch encounter an unexpected threat. So they basically go to this junkyard for the old Republic starships that are cruisers that they were on, that they used, and they get into a med bay. They sneak into a med bay because there's these guards in the facility that are like flying over him, making sure that no one gets
They're
in.
junkers, right?
Yeah, just to
Yeah.
steal shit. And sure enough, we've been seeing it every episode. Wrecker's head has been hurting, and it's this one where Wrecker's inhibitor chip, right at that moment, like switches on, finally, and it's the Bad Batch against Wrecker. But fortunately, I was thinking like, are they gonna kill Wrecker? Like, holy shit, dude! Like, because they could have gone that way. But they
One
didn't.
thing real quick, not to interrupt you,
Go ahead.
but I have to one up.
Thank
There
you.
go. Yeah, and then of course
Proceed.
Omega doesn't wanna give up hope. And they're sharing popcorn. That popcorn is like one of my someone on my feed was like, I can't believe Dave Filoni has me crying over fucking popcorn.
Yeah, because at the end she almost shot him.
Yeah,
She like almost shot him if Rex didn't show up.
Yeah, she was ready to do what needed to be done. At the end of the day, she's ready to do what needs to be done. So, but fantastic episode. I think this is one of the better episodes from the last like few that we got. But it's all part of the bigger story, which I get.
Right.
What do you think, Jester?
I think I said at work, I think this is the best one since the first episode. First episode's still the better one, but this is good because this means they're going to start picking up speed really quickly. I didn't think it was going to be this soon. I was expecting another 10 episodes of hand in my pants, falling asleep halfway through the episode kind of thing. So I'm glad that they're picking up speed quick. We got the little tease at the end that Crosshair's probably coming because they're going to call the Empire on because they saw him. I will say I thought it was kind of dumb that they like hid Rex's identity at the end of the last episode. Like, dude,
yeah.
Like, come on, who cares? Like he's wearing a cloak for like 5 minutes, if that, in this episode to show that it was him in that last episode. Like, who cares, man? Like, we just show him next time. If anything, just show his gauntlet or something. Like, why did it have to be a cloak? Just to do something stupid. But
It'd be like, oh, Ahsoka. Oh, it's not Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Man. So like, I'm kind of curious if Rex is going to come back. They did say if he's in a bind to call for help. So there's a chance we could see Rex again. Because I am curious on how he gets those other guys, like Wolf and Gregor, taken care of. You know what I mean? Like these guys. So I'm kind of curious about that kind of stuff. And I'm excited we're going to see some more Empire stuff in this next episode. Hopefully, unless they just do a switcheroo on us. But yeah, I will say I am kind of on the edge about them dying because they're expendable. Like you could kill one off and it would make sense to the story. So this sounds terrible, but I low key start hoping they pick each other off. Like I kind of hope Crosshair picks one off because that would just be so dark and so interesting. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen in a Disney cartoon.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We'll see. It happened in Rogue One. Everyone fucking died.
Well, that was the purpose of the movie. I'm just saying, like in a cartoon like this, where kids are enjoying themselves.
Right. That's true.
That's true.
Yeah,
Clone Wars. Well, you didn't have. We had characters die.
Yeah,
we did. We had some characters die, and then plus, if you're gonna say that last 4 episodes wasn't dark, then, come on.
Right.
He's cutting off heads and arms in the hallway, so I'm sure they could kill off somebody.
So who do you think? Who do you think Rex is talking to? On the other end of the comm.
Probably Ahsoka. He's still with her. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yep.
It would be either her. No, it wouldn't even be anybody else because he said this is the first time he's taken chips out of somebody else.
Right.
So yeah, it's got to be her. It makes no sense otherwise.
Right.
It could be Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, all right.
Luke is not. Yeah, Luke is still a kid. Somewhere.
He's still trying to get power converters.
Right, or it could be Boba Fett. I don't know.
He's fucking shooting womp rats.
Dude, I want Boba or Cad Bane to show up and just
the greatest bounty hunter of all time, Boba Fett.
So
Not yet.
Would you want him to show up in this? I'd rather see him show up in the Book of Boba Fett, like live action.
Oh, Cad Bane.
Cad Bane.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but see, I think if he showed up in the Book of Boba,
It's gonna like trample like Boba Fett, like whatever
I
it
Not
is.
really. I don't think so.
not even it's not even
Cad
that.
Bane is a very popular dude.
He
Oh,
is,
yeah, yeah, but
and that's
not
the
as-
thing is like,
So
I think it would mess up the chance to do. I mean, unless it was a flashback scene, then maybe, sure, if it was a flashback scene, yeah, absolutely.
you know how I got these scars? Cad Bane shot me in the head.
That's why I got the dent. Yeah, pretty much. That's what the deleted scene was, or deleted episode was, anyway.
No.
So I don't know. Yeah, I kind of hope. I don't know. You got a good point there, Mike. Maybe I should just be patient and wait for December him to show
Or
up.
I mean, they could set him up in animation, and then we'll see them in live action too. Like
Right.
So we
That
could
could
see
throw.
him-
That's
Yeah.
true. That could throw everybody off too. Like if the fact that he's still alive and everyone's like, wait, I thought in the deleted scene he died. So
Right.
I don't know.
Yep. But yeah, we'll see what happens as we
Yeah.
go along. At least this one we still have a bunch more episodes, so a lot
Yeah,
can still happen.
that's true.
Alrighty. So next up we've got Trese, which is a horror anime. It's based on original Filipino comics that was released years ago. I think I want to say like 2011.
Webtoon, yeah.
Yeah. So there's several volumes on Amazon. So Trese, that's Trese. There's several volumes on Amazon of the graphic novel. They they break them up in volumes. Volume 1 sold out before I got a copy. So I'm sure they are restocking, but this has been huge. This is huge. I think this is the very first Filipino comics that has been adapted into anime. Is that right, Kuya?
See that one in the back right there?
What's that?
It's a comic book called Wetworks. That was the first one that came out.
Oh, there's a
Well-
film or there's a cartoon?
I want to say one season.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
was-
Gotcha.
yeah, but Will's Portracio, he's one of the great Marvel
Right.
pencilers, the ones that did the X-Men
Yep.
for the most part in the early 90s, along
Yeah.
with Jim Lee.
Yep.
Yeah, he created that. That's his own team, by the way.
Gotcha. Yeah. But then, as far as like something like this big to be
Oh no,
on
this
Netflix-
is surpassing Wetworks and
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So.
Yeah. So this has been really exciting. So I was really excited on Thursday night, or no, was it? Yeah, I think Thursday night.
Yeah.
As soon as I got home, I started watching it, and I was really hoping that they would have the Filipino or the Tagalog dubbing available, and they do. So you actually there's many different options you could go. You could watch it with, of course, subtitles, but you could also watch it with Filipino subtitles. You can watch it with English subtitles and watch it with Filipino dubbing. So if you want to even learn the language or start to, I prefer the Tagalog, the Filipino version, just because it feels more. And then when Kuya mentioned it on the group thread, that some of the Filipino American cast sounded like they have accents. Yeah, I could hear the accents in some of it. So I just went
When
with
I
the
heard
Tagalog
when I heard it, I was like, oh, why are they doing that? But okay, I understand because some American actors who plays like Mexicans or Canadians or anything like that, they provide with some sort of accent. So I understood in that sense. A funny thing about this cartoon, my dad is a big fan of an actress in the Philippines called Liza Sobriano. She does the voice in the Filipino version of this, right? So when he got wind that there's a new Liza Sobriano series on Netflix, he checked it out, and when he saw, he was like, James, is there a Filipino dialogue on this in this cartoon? And I mean, when I looked at it, it was Trese. I was like, why are you watching a cartoon? And it's like, oh, because Liza Sobriano was supposed to be in it. So like when I switch it over to the Filipino side of the dialogues or of the dialogue, out came her voice, and then like my dad was all happy because like he's such a big fan. And I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm not gonna listen to this in Tagalog at all. I'm not I listened to it. I listened to it 3 times, or I saw the first episode 3 times. One in English, one in Tagalog, and one in Japanese. Uh, my suggestion, and it's just me because since it's an anime, kind of watch it in Japanese and with English subtitles. The little things that they do on like when the main character does her oracion, which is like the prayers for the witchcraft and everything. It's all done in Tagalog. So even in the Japanese translation, you hear the Japanese voice actor saying the Tagalog. It's kind of cool. So it was
That's
it was
awesome.
very nice. So Mike, what did you think of of the first episode, man?
I really enjoyed it. I'm only up to episode 3, so there's 6 episodes. But so
Yeah.
far, I've been enjoying it. I'm really impressed and really proud. Like, holy shit, we got something. As far as like our culture and our lore, like they captured it. It's very authentic as far as what they've done. Pinhead has finished all of it.
Really?
So go ahead, Pinhead. Tell us all about it.
You should be proud of this because this is the best thing we've gotten out of horror in a long.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow. Okay.
So, not to diminish what it is. So, right now in the horror, for me, right now with horror, it's this. They're battling. It's Psycho Gorman, this, and A Quiet Place. They're going to take a top place for horror this year. So, Trese, I love you, girl. Like, I love this. I love this. This is fantastic. And if this is what the lore is, I need to know more because this is fantastic. This is a mix between, for those of you who are bums out there that I don't want to hear the international. This is a mix between like X-Files.
Constantine.
There's Constantine and there's like X-Files, Constantine. There's a couple of hints of Phantasm in there, but I'll get into that once we all have seen it because this is my favorite thing right now. This is fantastic. I don't know. I can't speak because I don't know Tagalog. Is that that's
Tagalog?
that's
Yeah.
I don't know that. I will say there was moments in the English translation wasn't as bad as some of the old kung fu movies I used to watch. So
Yeah.
this is on a higher scale, but I do understand why people would be pissed off because there was like some moments where like there was a couple of voice actors that sounded like they were more Antonio Banderas than they were like Filipino. I was like,
Right.
are you sure you're going? Because I'm not an expert on a Filipino or Tagalog or any of that, but I know Latin actors when I hear them. Like, let's not play games here. Like, and that's fine for the ignorant. That might pass, but I can understand why people are angry about that and would be offended.
I mean,
However, you have the option, like Mike said, to listen to it in its native language. As you said, Kuya, you can listen to it in a Japanese form. I could see that being amazing.
yeah, I'm enjoying myself in Japanese.
Where I am right now, I binge watched the whole fucking thing because I love the story. I want to know more about Alexandra Trese. I want to know more about her. Like, I want to know. We got a little taste of, and I have to tread lightly here because most people didn't binge it like I did. So I don't want to spoil it, but we get hints of her origin and what she's about, but I want to go deeper than that.
Mhm.
That's why I said I wish we would have at least got 10 episodes instead of 6. Like, this is my favorite thing right now, and as far as horror is concerned, this might be my favorite thing of the year. I don't know. It's still a young year. But this shit is fantastic. I recommend anyone who has a Netflix subscription, you must see it. And if you're a horror fan, this is mandatory. I'm putting it out there right now. It's close. 9.8 out of 10.
Oh
for
wow!
Trese.
Wow. High
Like,
praise
So-
from
like,
Pinhead.
it's fantastic.
Pinhead,
No, I'm going for it.
Pinhead.
It's 10 out of 10. It's 10 out of 10.
I-
Like,
I- I
I'm
will-
giving it the Papa Pinhead must-see seal of approval.
Pinhead.
Like, it is fantastic.
I'm gonna.
Now I
get-
want these graphic novels. Now I need these comic books. Now I need them. I must have them. I will pay a high price if I have to. I must have them. Because I need to see this source material, because usually Netflix fucks this up. Like, they fuck it up tremendously. Death Note, we don't need to go into it. Like, I need to see the source material, because if Netflix is blowing this out of the park like this, I need to see the source material. Please send me this fucking source material.
So Pinhead, I'm gonna ask you for a favor, or actually, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice. The amount of appreciation and love and emotion that you have for Trese right now, if you fucking put it on YouTube and you do a review of Trese, I swear to God, you're gonna get nothing but Filipino love coming your way.
Yes.
That fucking video is gonna blow up like a motherfucker. I'm telling you that right now.
Well,
I'm
there's
just letting you know, as a brother, as a fan of of this show, and as somebody that I know for a fact that you love this genre, and for you to appreciate somebody else's culture, and this genre, a different culture's genre of horror. This is big, and this and I really I was really looking forward to your comments on this particular show, because like for me, when I saw it, I was just like, okay, cool. This it's nice. It's very accurate. Like the way the lore, the folklore, and all that stuff is coming. Okay, cool. I'm all in. The little nods that they have with Crispin and Basilio, that was funny.
Yep.
Mike,
Yep.
the twins. That's
They're awesome.
ancient. That's like an ancient folklore, or like an ancient thing that we have. Crispin and Basilio is like a big character in one of the big novels that we have in the Philippines. So it was pretty cool. You heard them talk about Kuya over there. Kuya Crispin was
Yep.
pretty cool. So
And one of them even points with their lips.
Yep.
When they
Yeah.
point at the girls, he's like,
Yep.
and that's
Right,
a Filipino
right.
thing when they point with their lips. I was like, holy shit, they did it.
so they're very accurate with that. And in regards to the Latin accents that you said, like, and I detected that too. I checked, and the majority of the American version, the English version of the when it comes to the translation, the voice actors, most of them are Filipino Americans,
okay.
and or they have some sort of Filipino in them in that sense. The reason they sound like that, like I said, is because Spain colonized the Philippines for 300 400 years.
Yeah.
We pretty much in English, we like our English kind of sort of sounds like like South American English.
I already know where you're going, and thank you for educating me on that fact
So-
because that makes a little bit more sense now.
Yeah.
So I know. So okay.
But like again, my suggestion is please do a fucking review, a full on review of Trese on YouTube on your channel. I
Oh,
swear to God, you will not regret this. You're gonna have nothing but love from all these Filipinos.
so I will say this right here, not to promote my YouTube channel, but this is getting a full-fledged review.
Okay,
The Devil Made Me Do It's getting a review.
nice.
And then we have a wrestling review. We need to bring someone to the front of the table. So we'll discuss that in my YouTube. But Trese, you're getting a full-fledged review, and I love you.
Yep.
10 out of 10. And I'm saying this because the reason why I'm giving it 10 out of 10 is because, yes, there's cliches there that happen through, but you guys don't complain about those when you're watching your Conjurings and your Purges and Paranormal Activity. That's fine. There's cliches in there, but this is the most original, fresh take on a cliche that's happened in a long time. And I'm glad it's not here. I like the fact that it's out of the state. And a lot of the times, this is a trending topic. You have to go out of the state to get really good horror now. And this is further testament to that. Because this is, I don't want to put it down as like, it's just horror. Like, there are so many elements in, and I wish we could talk about this. I really do. There are so many elements in this series that this should have had a 10 episode arc. You could have easily, and you guys will understand once you finish the thing, this could have easily had a 10 episode arc that would have been fantastic. But with 6 episodes, I have to give it a 10 out of 10. I have to. Because we need horror like this pushed out into the market. Just like A Quiet Place Part 2, we need this pushed out. So God, I love this. I can't wait to see what happens next. I cannot wait to see what happens next.
I'm gonna try to find ways for you to see the volumes online. I'm sure there's ways and means there. So if I find a way, I'll send it to you so you can do it. So you don't have to wait for Amazon to replenish the volumes and everything. Okay.
Well, they have volume 2 and 3 in stock right now.
I know, but
This
like,
is
I'm
volume
talking
1.
about volume 1. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it's
you have to
just
start from the
volume 1.
beginning. Yeah.
But you can
Also, Pinhead, I'm gonna try to find like books about Philippine folklore and legends and all that stuff on our side. I'm gonna try to send it your way as well, since you're fascinated with it. So
Yeah, I love all this stuff. Because I already know about. I don't need to be told about our American folklore. I know about it. I'm American. I don't need to hear this shit. I've heard it. I know all about it. I love your guys' folklore. I love the Filipino folklore. I love the Japanese folklore. I love the Latin Mexican folklore. I love the Cambodian folklore, which is, so please do send me that because I love folklore and horror folklore from across the globe.
And you got that you saw that YouTube video I sent you
I did. I
you
have
haven't?
yet to watch it, but now I'm more serious about it than ever because God, this series was fantastic.
You're gonna see some very recognizable
I
characters in there.
figured. See, when I was watching this, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that because when I was watching this, I was like, "This is like the folklore that Kuya was sending to me." So
yeah, like the Capre was pretty fucking amazing. So that was
So
what did you think of the other creatures?
who, me?
Yeah.
I thought they were fantastic. Like, I liked the ghost computer tech guy. and and that, yeah,
the one in the app.
and that's spoiling shit. I'm trying. I can't talk about it because that goes.
Right.
I'm like, this motherfucker. Like, I can't go. But the Ghost Computer Tech guy is my favorite right now.
Yeah.
The one
Next
that
to
came,
Trese, like those are
one
my
that came out
favorite.
of the one that came out of the phone.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. Now, because when they did that, I was like, okay, I see what you're doing, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It put it over the top for me, and I was like, okay, here we go.
And right in the first episode, there's already a Jollibee Easter egg
Yep.
right at the beginning.
Really?
Yeah,
saw
in the billboard in the back, it's blurry, but you can see Jollibee's face in the billboard in the train when the train stops, or the MRT when it stops.
Okay.
And then I love that Alexandra Trese, her bribe to the Nuno is Chocolate,
Chocolate.
which is actually like, you know, one of the popular.
Mike, yeah, you
Filipino
can buy that. You can buy chocolate in Reno, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, have
Yeah,
Pinhead try it.
you-
Yeah, I'll have to have Pinhead.
Can
Have-
you?
have-
Because
have
if so,
Peter try
I
it.
want some.
Yep. You'll have to
I
try
mean,
it.
like how they portrayed it was kind of bullshit because
Yeah,
that
'cause
thing,
it was
that thing,
like-
if you
it was huge.
if you
I'm
touch it,
like,
it'll disintegrate.
where can I get chocolate that big? Like, holy shit.
Yeah, it usually is like this big. Pinhead, like look at my screen. It's usually this
So,
big.
Can I
And-
ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What's the sewer dude like? What is his in Filipino lore? What is he to? You know what I'm talking about? The guy who likes the salty peanut nougat shit.
He's
Like,
called a he's
You
called
know,
a
Oscar
Nuno.
the Grouch for your Filipino people. You know.
He's called Nuno. Nuno Sapunso. Nuno is kind of like a creature that like when you say or like if you cross them or anything like that and you don't say the word, because remember like Tessa said tabi tabi po, right?
Yeah.
Before he before she met Nuno. If you don't say that, it's like a disrespect to the Nuno, and the Nuno will like mess with you. It's like a mischief kind of deity.
Okay, so he's like Dennis the Menace of the fucking.
He'll give you some curses. He'll give you like one leg shorter, or some sort of dumb shit, like he's gonna make like one ball like expand, whatever, something like that. And then
Yeah.
when people get like elephantitis, they're like, oh, you fucking peed in the puno, on the tree, like without saying tabi tabi po. You didn't ask permission.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
so that's the kind of thing that what happens in the Philippines. That's why like when Filipinos they go out to the jungle or
Yep.
anywhere to pee or anything like that, the first thing they're gonna say, and the majority of them is like tabi tabi po.
Yeah, you gotta say that shit.
Like if when you say that, and then you can pee, and then you're on your way. Because if not, then the chances are you're gonna get elephantitis, or your dick's gonna shrink up like Jester's. So it's gonna be.
Hey man, I heard that. Are you
Oh, wait.
serious?
I didn't see you.
So-
like
so what
you're not on
telling
cam.
me- What you're telling me is Filipinos and Boston Red Sox fans will get along perfectly.
Oh yeah, they're
we have
very.
the same traditions, wearing 5-month-old stinky ass jerseys just to make sure we can get to the playoffs, like shit like
They're-
that.
Like we're very like Filipinos, as a culture, they're very superstitious.
Yep.
Like
So are we
even
in Boston. Ugh.
even like even us when pre colonizing days, the superstitions were ridiculous. And then post Christianity, when Spain colonized us, it got even worse. Because like now you have to do the sign of the cross and pray the rosary and don't step on any cracks, or otherwise you'll break your mom's back and all that crap.
Yeah.
So all of those superstitions, like we from the West, like we kind of brought it to our culture too. So like
And that's why I didn't speak much about it besides spoiler alerts, because I don't know. I'm not familiar with this culture, but I want to learn now because this is fantastic work.
Oh yeah, like the
I'm
guy.
done. I love this. I love this shit. I love it.
I remember like when we first found out about this like months ago, I was a little apprehensive. I was just like, I don't know, man. Like that Trese is such a good book, you know. So like I don't know how Netflix is gonna do this. But then like when I saw when I saw 6 episodes, I'm like, maybe the Netflix CEOs aren't really buying into this. But like after I saw the first episode, I'm like, they better fucking like grab them for season 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, however many seasons. Because this is gonna be this like if all goes well and everybody's jumping in this, especially like Filipinos and Filipino Americans. If you celebrate, if anything Filipino gets notoriety, any and all Filipinos will be on it. So I swear to God, there's gonna be like Filipino households that would have Netflix accounts like crazy just to fucking watch this Trese. So it might be perfect marketing for them if they do it the right way.
Yep. Well,
So-
since it launched, it's already number one, especially in the Philippines. I'm not sure here in the U.S. just yet, but in the Philippines, it's number one. The marketing that they've done in the Philippines is fantastic. There's a YouTube video. I'll forward it to you guys. They have these huge billboards where at first it's a clean poster. Looks good. You see Alexander Trese, Netflix, it's coming soon, whatever. They have June 11. And then as the days go by, it looks like someone vandalized it. And it's the I think it's the group of aswangs or like whatever, like other creatures, like their gang or whatever. And they're putting shit there like, this is our territory in Tagalog. Like we own this shit. We own this joint. It looks like someone just vandalized it, but it's them. It's like, it's very in that world. And then they even have like an electric billboard or digital billboard where it looks like it got hacked, and then they're flashing like signs there like this is our territory, we own this shit. Like it was really very interactive and very immersive what they were doing, to the point where one of the big news stations in the Philippines, ABS-CBN, in the universe of Trese, it's I think ABS-ZNN.
CNN,
Yeah.
or
So
ABC,
they actually
ABC,
changed-
ABC, CNN.
Yeah, they changed the logo on the regular news station, and the building was lit red, and they switched on certain windows with lights to basically spell out Trese, and the marketing has been on point. So
The biggest actor in that TV station is The Voice.
right, so that's Liza Soberano, and she also has a huge following. So that's why, and the fact that your dad, who I never thought would be interested into watching like anime, but because of her pull, there you
Yep.
go. There's the market, right?
So I asked Liza, Liza Sobriano.
Soberano. S-O-B.
Soberano.
Yeah, and they're also on Netflix. There's also a special. It's called Trese After Dark, and you see her there. You get
That's
to
the
see
voice.
her talk about the character. And then for the American cast, Alexander
Well,
Trese
Shay
is
Mi-
voiced by Shay Mitchell.
Shay Mitchell.
Yeah. So
Isn't she
yeah,
the one from Agents of Shield, right? Mitchell?
I don't think she was on Agents of Shield, but she was on Us, and I think Pretty Little Liars.
Oh, okay, that's the one.
Yeah.
Okay. And then like the people are claiming that like she's Filipina, but like but in the special she's like, oh, I'm not Filipino. Like, what
Really?
the fuck? Yeah,
Did you watch the special already?
come on, dude.
Shay
Yeah,
Mitchell? I thought this whole time she was Filipina. Or like part
she said
Filipina.
she admitted she wasn't.
What?
Yeah, she got the
What the
job for
hell?
lying. She got the job for by lying, and it's like,
What
oh,
the
I'm part
She
Filipino.
got that fucking Netflix money. That's what she got.
They should
beautiful
they should have gotten Haley Stanfield then.
Well, yeah, she's more Filipino then.
Yeah.
Holy
Pinhead, did you know that Haley Stanfield?
Who?
The girl from
Bumblebee.
Bumblebee. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
part
True Grit.
Filipina.
didn't
Olivia
know that.
Rodrigo.
I would have gone with Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
There you go. She's huge right now.
You guys are the experts. I don't know this shit.
Yeah, I'm like I don't like it. I don't like it when like for example if there's a celebrity and they say, oh, I'm I'm part Filipino or whatever, and then all the Filipinos gonna be like, "Oh my God, we love her. She's
pride.
Filipino."
Oh yeah, she's
And I was like, you don't even know the culture. So you don't say that you're Filipino or you're part Filipino. If you don't know the culture. So like I kind of I'm very apprehensive when people say that. So I'm like, oh, I'm part Filipino. Oh yeah, what island? Manila. I'm like, that's not even an island. That's a city.
Island.
Yeah, I'm from the Tagalog island. I'm like,
the one where the one
where
with
Trese is. Like, I want to go where Trese is. That's my island.
the one with Filipino food.
Adobo and pancit and lumpia.
Holy shit!
The one where Jollibee's at, man.
Yeah.
God.
By the way, I do want to mention. So John Oliver featured Jollibee on his
Yep.
show.
Of course he did.
It was really cool, and Jollibee now responded. Well, John Oliver was pretty much like thirsting for Jollibee and his dance moves, and Jollibee US responded on Instagram and said, "Well, thanks for recognizing. And we don't just Jollibee just doesn't dance well, but we serve really good food, and we're happy to bring
And
joy to everyone."
And then 2 days later, they served like fucking deep fried towel. So get the hell out of here.
Is that a towel joy? I mean, a chicken joy?
Yeah, it's a towel joy. So I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
Let's
So I guess they're doing a dance challenge. They want to challenge John Oliver's mascot to a dance challenge of some sort.
dude, the Jollibee mascot's gonna destroy him. You know that.
Oh
right?
yeah, but I'm like, how about you guys throw some money in it too and donate to like a charity that's in need right now?
Well, how about like
Sure.
John Oliver use like HBO money to fucking buy vaccines and send it to the Philippines?
Maybe. Who
I
knows?
don't know. I don't know. For me,
I don't
that
know.
could be something. I don't know.
Or I don't know, but how about put up a fucking Jollibee here in Reno, Nevada, so I don't have to drive fucking 2 hours just to get my Jollibee? Like, holy
It's
shit!
all right. It's they.
I just have one question.
What's up?
What did Jester think about Trese?
He hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen it yet.
See?
He didn't even watch the 2-minute trailer that I shared with you guys a few weeks ago,
Chill.
and then he wants me to watch. He wants me to watch.
And then
Point
he's like,
Break.
"Oh, I highly suggest you guys watch Bo Burnham."
Yeah, he
Bo
wants me to watch
Burnham.
Bo Burnham.
Yeah, and I
Burnham.
did. I watched Bo Burnham and I watched Trese. And I watched The Bad Batch.
Do you want me to like pat you on the back or something like that? Like,
No.
congratulations,
Oh,
dude.
he wants you to jack him.
I just want you to fucking watch Trese, so we
Yeah.
can have a conversation.
Yeah,
why
yeah,
is
no,
your
it's all-
why is your cam like off?
Because you don't need to see my face right now. I'm too
Yes,
busy
we
trying to
do.
butter my
Face while I'm doing
popcorn. Would you
something
leave me
right now.
alone?
Yes, we do. We definitely need to see your face.
Let him be.
Okay. All right. So for those of you that are listening audio, here I'm gonna turn on my camera. You want to see my face?
Yeah,
Yo,
There
hold on.
You still can't see my face.
it's all right. That's your face already.
You can't see my face.
I know
anyway.
I'm jerking off right now. That's why I turned mine off.
What's
I
that?
know.
Big emotion?
No, but like
no,
I
haven't seen it.
think Jester's wife is gonna love Trese.
That's the thing though. You guys, I am not a horror fan. Like in like,
But it's not
Period.
scary. It's not scary horror. Like it's like The Bad Batch. It's a
is it
cartoon.
just shut up? Is it like good suspense at least? Like I don't mind suspense.
So,
Suspense
It
is
has
fun.
ominous music. It's an anime. So if you enjoyed I want to say if you enjoyed the action of The Last Airbender, it's kind of sort of similar.
I finished Castlevania.
Okay, then
Similar to that kind of that feel.
So what did your wife feel about Castlevania?
She didn't want to watch any more than what she watched, but she said it was really dark and really interesting, but she wouldn't want to continue watching it. That's what
Oh.
she said.
Okay,
So that's similar to this show. So
okay, never mind.
Oh,
then.
okay.
because it's got those elements with like I don't like to debase it to this, but there's like supernatural meets X-Files elements to this.
Mm.
However,
okay.
it's far deeper than that because you actually get to learn lore that is not American lore, which is it's a whole nother level. That's why I had to give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean it's on my list to check out for sure.
Cool. That's good then.
Yeah.
But it's not as bloody as Invincible, if that's what you're thinking.
I don't even care about that. Like I'm just saying I'm not a horror fan as in the aspect of like I don't like Saw or stuff like that. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm not big on like monster thrasher movies either. Like it's kind of
Do you like Blade?
whatever.
And I will say this, before we go, if the new Sam and Twitch series is like this, God, I will love it, because if Sam and Twitch can go in this direction, using the same creativity with the supernatural meeting the detective element of the story, Sam and Twitch, anybody who's running, any showrunner because it's confirmed, it's greenlit, any of you people who are running the show, please take tips from Trese, because this is a perfect supernatural detective story. Like this is actually on the level of like all your favorite, like True Detective and all that shit, with a supernatural element. So please check this out, because you need to learn. You need to learn. This is fantastic. So, and I know
Alrighty.
I'm overhyping this, but it's important. So just check it out.
So
Yeah, because if I watch it and then I feel like how you felt about Bo Burnham, I'm gonna be cranky.
Oh, then me and you can fight about it in the break room.
Yeah, you want to wrestle?
Maybe.
yeah. Check it out.
Maybe.
Check it out. Alrighty.
Yeah, I
So
will.
moving on to news from Collider.com. Now that Pinhead mentioned it, the Spawn spinoff Sam and Twitch is getting a TV series from Mayor of Easttown producers and Todd McFarlane. So if you haven't heard, Mayor of Easttown is one of the biggest shows on HBO Max right now. It just ended the first season last week, I think. Yeah, or 2 weeks ago, possibly.
Yep.
Lots of rave reviews, lots of buzz, especially with the twist at the finale episode. I still have to check it out, but it's what's her name? Oh my goodness, Rose.
Titties.
Huh?
Titanic titties.
Well, goodness gracious, he's got a name. Kate Winslet. Oh my god.
There you go. See?
Yeah. So yeah.
You just needed a reminder of what it was. You're like Titanic titties. Kate Winslet.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I want you to draw me wearing this.
Draw me wearing like one of those French girls.
All
Wearing
right,
only
so
this.
the Sam and Twitch spinoff has actually been in the works for a while now. At one point, I know that I think Kevin Smith was trying to work on it, but I think he moved on to something else. But it
That's
says
just in the
here.
universe.
So this is a quote. Yeah. So this is a quote from. Seems like a quote from Todd McFarlane himself.
Not to interrupt you, every one of us was working on one, because I've worked on a Sam and Twitch.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh man.
It's been a long time coming. So
Yeah. So this is a quote from Todd McFarlane. My two detective characters, Sam Burke and Twitch Williams, appeared in the very first issue of Spawn #1 back in 1992. Since then, they've become fan favorites and have branched out into their own comic series throughout the years. Their stories, blending traditional crime noir and the supernatural, is a combination that I've always thought would make for an entertaining television drama. The addition of WIIP and the creative writing skills of Jason Smilovic and Todd Katzberg make for a very compelling team that we all hope leads to the entertaining show we know this can be. If you like cool, moody, creepy, odd crime stories, this will be your cup of tea. So there you go. Of course, it's still in early production, so it's probably going to be a while, probably a year or two, or maybe 3, until we see something. But that in itself is exciting, because we don't even have that Spawn movie going yet. That was supposed to star Jamie Foxx, but doesn't seem like anything is happening on that one. So, all right, moving on.
I don't care.
Yeah, moving on to some Space Wizards news.
Yay.
So
Step
we got some paparazzi or some fan photos because they're actually, believe it or not, they're right in LA. They're filming in a soundstage in LA. We got some shots of Ewan McGregor himself as Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's wearing, you can see the dark trousers that he's wearing and his Obi-Wan boots. But everything else, he's wearing like a black, it looks like a black, the material looks like the material they use for the cover they put on you when you get a haircut. That's what it looks like. It's a very thin black, like, cloak of some sort to cover your costume. So there's some shots of Ewan McGregor. There's a shot of a guy in stormtrooper armor. I don't know why they would hide that. Like, everyone knows what it's, but I guess they're like, oh, I'm just gonna make it look inconspicuous. But you know, you can see my stormtrooper, you can see my boots, my stormtrooper boots, and my lower armor. And then there's another there's an Imperial officer, a female Imperial officer, who's also wearing the black cloak. But you can tell it's an Imperial officer's uniform. I'm gonna forward the picture to the pics on our messenger thread so you guys can check it out.
Ewan actually mentioned that it was odd playing, having played with clones, and then now he's acting with stormtroopers.
Yes,
he did say that in an interview.
Yes, he was actually having a conversation with the Mandalorian himself.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was Pedro. Yep.
Pedro Pascal and Ewan McGregor. Yeah. So, and Pedro even warned him, "Don't spoil it. Be careful." And so he was like, "Well." Ewan McGregor's like, it's no secret what timeline the show takes place in, so he can, you know. And then he was asking a crew member if he ever interacted with stormtroopers, and they reminded him that no, in the prequels he only interacted with clones. So that's interesting. And it seems like we're I'm just excited that we're this show is now in production. I think we're getting it next year, I think, right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, because supposedly we get Mandalorian at the end of next year, and we get Kenobi at mid next year, and then we get Boba at the end of this year. Correct? Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, we get Book of Boba in December. So, and then of course moving on to the other Lucasfilm verse. At the same time that we're getting pictures of Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan, we've gotten some pictures of Harrison Ford back in the jacket and fedora. And they are currently filming Indiana Jones 5. And not only did we see him, we also saw other cast members, particularly the guy. Huh?
Shia LaBeouf?
No, yeah. I wish. Oh, I wish.
I kind of do too, man. I liked him in the last one.
I really like Shia LaBeouf in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I really wish that we could have gotten that. But no, we're getting the actor that plays Zola in the Winter Soldier and the first Captain America. What's his face? He's a really good actor too.
Short guy.
Goodness gracious.
I don't remember his name.
Toby Jones.
Oh.
We see him with there's a new picture that leaked of him with Harrison Ford. And not only that, we're seeing some tanks and some trucks bearing the Nazi symbol. So we're back in Nazi Germany. So that is really cool.
How is he going to be back in Nazi Germany when he's like a geezer?
Good question. And
maybe it's time travel.
Maybe, hey, in Indiana Jones, it can happen. Whatever MacGuffin you go after.
Fucking Loki might come in and say, "Hey, Indiana Jones, I need your help."
Speaking of which, there is another shot of Harrison Ford, a little bit of a close. I'm like, dude, what's up with the security on Indiana Jones? There's like all these pictures. There's another shot of Harrison Ford with the dots that they use for motion capture. So
man, they're gonna do de-aging stuff.
Are we gonna see a younger Indiana Jones? Which I'm sure every fanboy would be like, "Oh my god, it's like 1980 all
it's
over
like
again."
He's got an older body but a younger face. It's weird.
He can't really do the actions anymore, like the action scenes, right? So I'm assuming stunt double plus
Well, I'm sure
His face
he's
CGI
definitely
done
gonna
it?
have a stunt double for sure. But whatever shot that they can get of him, especially the close-up shots, even in action, I mean, he's down. I mean, it's not like he let go of himself. He's still physically.
No,
Yeah,
I know that, but he's like,
Yeah.
isn't he like 85?
He's 79.
There you go.
He's reaching Walker age. I mean, come on, that's
That's what
Yeah.
everyone says. Y'all are fucking ageist. Come on, the guy wouldn't do it if he knew he wasn't able to do it. Like,
No,
yeah,
no.
wait until that trailer drops, and y'all gonna be like, "Oh my god, Indiana Jones!"
No,
back on."
I'm curious again because like in the other films he did his own stunts.
Well, yeah, and he
Yeah.
still- and
But
he
plus,
still had
except
a-
for the dangerous ones, like when he was like like whatever in the air or whatever, or jumping between vehicles, and then it was a stunt double. But most of the time, it was him. The fight
Right.
scenes and everything was him. So
right, and he does a good job. But that's what I'm saying. If they're gonna do de-aging stuff, it looks weird. I mean, for crying out loud, what was it? Oh my gosh, that's
The Irishman.
Scorsese. Yeah, the
Irishman.
Irishman, where it's like, dude, like at times the de-aging looked really good, but when you saw that old man body like kicking the dude outside of the grocery store, I was like, what is this? This is so stupid. It looks like garbage. And it was like actually cringy. So like I'm really concerned that they do something like that with this one. And by all means, I'm down for
they
like
could
a
they could have
flashback.
gotten his son because his son looks exactly like Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
they- yeah, they
Really?
could.
Yeah, but he's not an actor. But like they could have gotten him for a couple of scenes. I'm just
Well, as
saying.
long as he just does a.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
you want
actually a very successful chef in LA. The son.
Really?
Oh dang.
He's not but he doesn't use his I think he uses a pseudonym or his mom's maiden name, I think, because he doesn't use the last name for it at all.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just solo.
Or something like, oh, hey, my name is Han Solo Jr.
Oh man.
Fucking-
I'm actually hung solo.
yeah.
But yeah, either way, I'm still excited because like.
Oh
it's
yeah, for
fucking
sure.
Indiana Jones, baby.
As soon as you hear the titles, the title music,
Yeah.
you're gonna be hyped up regardless.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And what are the odds? I don't think George Lucas ever thought that he'd have his characters like back, like as far as like original trilogy, of course, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Earl, not original trilogy, but his main 6 episodes of characters like Obi-Wan is back in action, and so is Indiana Jones. That's it's
Technically,
exciting.
that's not his. Technically, it's not his characters anymore because he sold it. So
Yes, but he
I'm just saying.
created them, so
it's Dave Filoni's things now. So I'm just saying.
yeah. But Dave Filoni would always say that's all. It came
I
from
would say
George.
that too. I would say that too, just to appease the fans. But technically, it's Dave Filoni's.
Yeah.
You think Dave goes home at night and be like, it's actually mine.
It's mine. Star Wars is mine.
Am
It's
I
my universe.
am I better than everyone?
I'm the savior. I'm the chosen one.
I want more.
But I know I shouldn't.
All
I
right.
hate sand. I hate
So-
sand.
We got a trailer drop finally after. So, FYI, I listen. If you didn't know, I listen to Fat Man Beyond every week because I enjoy the show. I enjoy Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin. Which, by the way, side note, since Kuya gets so like butthurt
He
with
f-
Mark Bernardin, and
He
his
still
review
hates
of-
DC, man. So
Okay, so here's something that might excite you.
Okay.
So Mark Bernardin started up Kickstarter for a short film that he wants to direct, that he wrote and that he's going to direct, right?
Okay.
So the goal was to raise $150,000 for this film.
Okay.
So he said, if the Kickstarter hits 200,000, he's going to do a very positive review of Zack Snyder's Justice League in
Okay.
the most positive light ever.
And
And
so that means it's pretentious bullshit. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear his real thoughts.
well, you
Because
did.
he's like, oh, it's fucking boring. God,
Well, you
like
did.
it's the same thing. It was the same movie,
So
only
that's
longer.
why. So the Kickstarter just passed 200. It's like a 202,000, or now even more. So now he's gonna do his positive review, his most like the things that he genuinely liked about Zack Snyder's Justice League. So that's gonna be coming. So, but to really get to the point, Kevin Smith has been talking about his Masters of the Universe Revelation animated series that he is producing and writing with Mark Bernardin as well and a bunch of other writers. And we finally got the teaser trailer. And boy, what a teaser trailer it is, because it shows a lot, but then it shows you just enough, I feel, with a kick-ass I Need a Hero song in the background. I mean, you can't get any more 80s than that. But it's fantastic. You get to hear Mark Hamill's Skeletor, and my God, is it a perfect match? And as Ben had mentioned earlier, Netflix does this. They're dropping part 1 in July, so no word yet on when we're gonna get part 1. I think is like 6 episodes or 7.
Yep.
Or 5. It may even just be 5 episodes, which I'm like, come on, like, give us more. Netflix, like, really? You guys that like love to dump the whole series like on in one day, and like the minute like a show goes live on your service, now you're gonna break. Now they're like, oh, we're gonna break it up in parts. We're gonna let them work for it. So, but yeah, it looks fantastic. All the colorful characters and all the animation looks so awesome. The action and the fact that we're getting like a bunch of characters that that you've seen in action figure form, even from the original show. Now we're getting them back again, and Orko looks like a fucking actual awesome like magical being, and not the dumb shit that he was like in the original cartoon, where he was like pretty much a dumbass or whatever. Like, holy shit, Orko's like an actual powerful being in this one. And I love the fact that
he was the court jester.
Yeah,
right?
Pretty much. I love the fact that Prince Adam's like an actual like scrawny guy, and then when he turns to He-Man, he's actually like He-Man, like oh, it's like super soldier serum but magic shit. So that it looks really cool. I'm really excited for it. You got any thoughts, Kuya?
I saw the trailer. It was pretty cool. Like again, because of 80s nostalgia and all that stuff, the I Need a Hero was fucking cheesy as hell, but it was fun to hear. Like when I heard it, I was like, really? They're gonna fucking do this instead of like the original theme?
Yeah.
Right? And like again, as soon as I heard fucking Mark Hamill do Skeletor, I'm just like, oh shit. I'm curious to watch it. Again, I'm not super hyped just because of the fact that it's He-Man. I mean, fucking how many He-Mans can we do? They did like a reboot or a remake of it like a few years back already, and so I'm gonna I'll take a gander. I'll watch and we'll see. There is already a little bit of backlash because people are asking where the fuck is She-Ra. So I'm just saying, where the fuck is She-Ra? I don't know. Why is it He-Man? Why can't it be they man or they?
Oh God.
They people. Why can't it be they people?
Oh man. So She-Ra just actually got her series on Netflix, and it just wrapped. And I heard that was really fantastic as well. From what we saw, we started watching it. We were really digging it. It was really good so far. I know,
but like again, this is the little cancel culture that fucking nitpicks every goddamn thing that comes out in popular culture.
Right, but I think people just need to wait. I think we're gonna eventually get She-Ra, and there's another He-Man series too for a younger audience.
But they need to change the name of He-Man to they, because that's what they want.
Really?
Because they people.
Oh man.
It can't be He-Man because that's very derogatory. It's insulting to other people.
Oh jeez. Oh boy. Well, they can just make a
I can just see Pinhead's face. I can just see Pinhead's face like, really? Fucking they're gonna argue about this shit. Like I don't even want to talk. I don't even want to digress or talk anything about like,
like I'm not even gonna start saying shit.
Well,
I'm not
there's
going to say
extra
anything about
levels
Master of
to
the
this
Universe.
shit, So
No, but like it was that like when I
there's
saw that.
extra levels to this shit. You go further down the rabbit hole, you even find out that there's rumors that Kevin Smith isn't even a fan of He-Man.
Yeah, that's
What?
that's what I heard. Yeah,
He's a fake fan, and according to one of his old tweets, he's not a real fan of He-Man. He lied about it this whole time.
so he got the job. So we'll see.
Well,
Okay,
There's,
I'm going on
there's
strike.
supposedly a tweet out there that proves he never liked He-Man in the first place. That he said, I don't even know who the fuck He-Man is.
Well,
Shit. Well,
Time to riot.
if he lied about it, he did pretty damn good because he got it to Netflix.
What a naughty boy.
Hey, but
But
you know what? Again, like I said, I'm gonna take a gander. Like I just ignored all the little noise that the people are saying. As soon as I heard Mark Hamill do Skeletor, I was just like, "Damn, I'm in already." Just because
That's
Mark
so
Hamill,
Brown
true.
is in it too,
Yeah.
and so is.
I don't
Cersei.
give a fuck. There's no strong black queen. Fuck them all.
Evelyn, isn't it Evelyn voiced like by a strong black woman?
That's Cersei. Cersei from Game of Thrones. Lena Headey.
Oh,
Lena
never
Headey,
mind. then.
Yeah.
Does she count?
Well, he does have a black heart.
Oh my god.
Okay, so let's look. Let's look at the cast.
Right, well, let's find out. Let's see if there's
Let's
any
find
strong
out.
black woman.
Well, we got Tony Todd. Remember, we got Tony Todd. He's gonna be playing Scareglow.
Wait,
Tony
that's not
Todd should
that's
ring
that's not
bell
a
for
strong black woman
Pinhead.
though.
Who's Tony Todd, Pinhead?
Don't try and don't. See, that's why I hate Kevin Smith. He should have his head bashed into a wall. Oh, you put Candyman in there. Fuck you. How about that?
So we got Cree Summer is playing Priestess. Liam Cunningham, Sir Davos is Man at Arms.
Okay.
Kevin Michael Richardson is Beastman. Susan Eisenberg is Sorceress. Phil Lamar is Hero. Tiffany Smith,
Wait. Samurai Jack
Sandra?
is hero.
huh?
Yep.
Samurai Jack. Really?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
Alicia Silverstone.
Wait. Is that
Marlena?
is that considered cultural appropriation? By the way,
Why
Phil
do you
Lamar.
keep trying to start a fire? Just
Phil
let
Lamar
things-
doing Samurai Jack. I'm just asking.
Stop
Yeah,
trying
we
to
got-
start
we got-
something.
We got a
You
fantastic
racist
cast.
bastard.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking because again, this is the shit that I see every day when I look at Twitter, when I look at the internet, when I look at social media.
Goodness
This is the-
gracious.
Any little thing that they say, oh fucking like, oh he put Japanese kanji on his car. He's fucking culturally appropriating Japanese culture. Fuck that.
Oh,
guy.
just stop trying to deflect from the fact that you're a racist bastard.
I hate everybody. I'm an equal opportunity hater. So don't call me. I don't pick one single race.
Yeah, you
I hate
everybody.
everybody.
So
I know you do.
speaking of hate, this is not really hate, but this is Neil Gaiman. So this week, Netflix had their Netflix Geek Week, where they previewed a ton of upcoming shows and movies that are coming to Netflix and anime. There's a new Gundam, there's a new Godzilla series, and of course, Master of the Universe Revelation is part of that. Bunch of stuff. Stranger Things is still shooting season 4. They revealed some new cast members that joined them. One of the things that they talked about, they had a preview of, is Neil Gaiman's Sandman. And so this is from IndieWire.com. Neil Gaiman fights toxic backlash over Netflix Sandman casting non-binary black actors. So it says here, Gaiman, quote, gives zero fucks about fans who don't understand the Sandman, criticizing the Netflix series. So because in the cast they revealed the cast like a few weeks ago, and they changed some of the cast there from what they're in the comics. So Gaiman says, quote, I give all the fucks about the work, Gaiman wrote on social media. quote, I spent 30 years successfully battling bad movies of, quote, Sandman. I give zero fucks about people who don't understand, haven't read Sandman, whining about a non-binary desire or that death isn't wide enough. Watch the show, make up your minds. End quote.
Oh my gosh!
like,
what a
Fuck you
a
guys.
champ.
I fucking created this shit. Who the
This
fuck are
is
you to
my
say-
world, right?
Yeah,
This is my world.
exactly. And I'm like,
Like-
fuck yeah.
Like
What a
this,
champ.
this is very this is so different from like the backlash that J.K. Rowling got. Remember
Yeah.
like when during the Harry Potter did a play, and they casted a black actress, right?
To play
And-
Hermione.
Yeah, to play Hermione, and then people went like
Yeah, they
nuts.
went apeshit.
They went apeshit, like who the fuck, blah 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 blah. And then the first thing J.K. Rowling said, "I never said that Hermione was white.
Right.
The description of Hermione was she had curly hair,
Right.
very highly intelligent, very highly opinionated.
Yep.
That's basically it. And then everybody was like, "What? But the movies." There you go. So, bravo to Neil Gaiman to say, like,
Yep.
I created this universe. I can put whoever the fuck I want.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
There's just not enough of that. And like I love that.
Dude, I love it. I again, like if you're not a fan of this the Sandman series, a lot of people aren't, just because it's kind of this. Some of it is highly pretentious writing, and all that stuff, but it is a work of art. Gaiman, it's 30 years of work that he did. He created that universe, and for it to come into fruition, to finally for him to say, yes, I want to do this because of these reasons. I want to see this world, and I saw the little preview of the thing that you showed, Mike.
Yep.
I'm curious as hell. Again, I read a few of the volumes of the Sandman series, and I'm like, it for me, it's fascinating. And again, like some of it, it's again like it's very, very, like, very pretentious in a sense. Like, I'm just like, like it's very artsy and very whatever thing, like with Gaiman, the way he writes. But it's for him to be able to get a chance to see to complete his world visually in that sense. Just like Zack Snyder got the Justice League going and everything, his work of art. So I'm all there to support people getting that chance to see that. So if people don't want to see it, then that's fine.
Yeah, then don't watch it.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
worry
watch
about
it. Plain and simple.
Yeah, but don't tell him like he can't hire this person and that person.
Actor.
Yeah, yeah, you can't get Hermione. She's not Nick.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that preview, man, I have never read the Sandman. Do you recommend me reading it first before watching the series?
I would.
Yeah.
I would just the first volume, just to get a
Okay.
chance to, or just to see what the world is.
Okay.
I think they might, from what Neil is actually working with the script writers
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah.
So if he's gonna change a little bit, just like how Robert Kirkman changed a little bit of Invincible, or a lot of things in Invincible,
Right.
he has every right to do so and everything. So it might be a little different, but I would just the first few, maybe the first volume.
Right.
I don't know,
get,
just
like,
to see the world, just to see the world. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
just to get a taste. Like if you don't like it, then
Right.
don't like it.
But I have a feeling the series will definitely I definitely want to check out the series.
Yeah, it's a very slow burn. Again, they're like this guy is like his world is the dream world, and he's the master of that dream world. So
Right.
he's basically fucking like if people are in their dreams and sleeping and all that stuff, he controls whatever in there.
Right.
So he's like
That's
Freddy
interesting.
Krueger. He's gonna be a more pretentious Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. So last piece of news: Black Widow. Black Widow tickets.
Yay.
Black Widow tickets are finally available. You can get your
Yay.
advance tickets. And it hits Disney Plus. So we're getting Black Widow in theaters finally. 84 years later. We're getting it on July 9 in theaters, and it will be free on Disney Plus in October. So that's a pretty long wait. But I think when we get Black
My
Widow
birthday
in
month.
July, when Black Widow drops in July, I think it is the Marvel movie that will get everyone back into the theater and excited to see.
Probably gonna make $1 billion, right?
Maybe
Probably not.
we'll see. Probably not. I mean,
I'll see it in the theaters though.
yeah, looks cool, looks fun. So
Mike and I will have a bro date and we'll go watch it. And
yeah,
You guys want spoilers?
I don't really care.
no.
Huh?
Oh, well, she dies in Endgame. So I mean, I
Oh
don't
no
know.
no.
I don't know.
I can tell you who the Taskmaster is.
No.
Oh,
no,
don't tell me
no,
that. Yeah.
no,
Don't tell me that.
No.
Okay.
no.
And
that's,
I'm a
honestly,
little.
that's the only reason why I'm going to see that is because Taskmaster's in it.
Like I want to see again. Black Widow. The only reason I want to see Black Widow is I want to see fucking Budapest.
It ain't
Fucking
gonna happen, man.
Hawkeye,
And they don't fucking
and
show it.
Kind of hope they don't. For you
I would be so mad. I would
They're gonna be
walk
like, check out the Disney Plus series coming 2023, Budapest.
right. Like I would be so mad because again this was they were talking about this, the alien invasion. Oh man, it's just like Budapest, right? No, Budapest was worse. I want to see that,
Yeah. How
So,
worse
like,
was it?
right? Like I want to see it. So like hopefully again we get to see Budapest. If not, then at least it's not Captain Marvel. So that's the hope that I have.
Oh,
least
just
it's
wait
not
for the
Captain Marvel.
Marvels, the Captain Marvel sequel, which they are in production right now.
But there's a strong black woman in that
That
movie,
is
so it should
true.
be okay.
That is true. And a young, strong teen woman.
Muslim woman, yeah,
Yeah.
or Muslim teen, yeah.
But there is footage of Brie Larson working out. She's doing the one-hand pull-up. She's lifting herself.
What she needs to work out is her ass because her
fucking
ass is flat. That's what she needs to work out. She needs to do some squats because like Tom Holland's ass is like better looking
Oh,
than
I
her
know.
ass.
It's hella thick, dude. I'd smack that thing.
Fucking, did you
That's
see
some
that
serious
picture?
recoil. Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's what I'm
Ah,
saying. Like,
I
you
was
know
like,
that
fucking-
Tom's got some recoil on that booty because
Captain Marvel has a
Damn.
long back. That's what.
Oh man.
I don't know. I'd fuck Brie Larson 45 times. So.
that was
man.
out left field.
Oh,
You take a stab at it. It doesn't matter, right? Right, Pinhead? Like whatever. You'll take a walk.
I got a one-handed push-up she can do down below.
I'll take a run at it. Right? I'll take a run. I'll take a run at it.
man.
Hey, if you guys
Oh,
think
boy.
you can, step
By
up.
the way, Avengers Campus for all the cool Californians who are enjoying it is now open. Looks like a lot of fun. We got Spider-Man, bro. We got Spider-Man launching in the air. At first, a lot of people were like, Spider-Man, the whole performance is a robot, is an animatronic, and they're like,
The one that did the really big flippy thing, yes.
right, the launch.
But the little tiny flippy thing is a stuntman.
Right. And that animatronic, by the way, was one of the last things that Grant Imahara worked on before he passed last year. So, but yeah. And then the Pym kitchen, the Ant-Man kitchen looks like fun. They have this huge like chicken. The chicken sandwich is the chicken itself is like a fucking plate, the size of a plate, and the bun is like a regular bun. They blow up some of the food. There's $100 sandwich which you can share with like 8 people, maybe
Dude,
even 10. So
If I'm being honest, dude, everything just looks difficult to eat. Like I don't even know if I want to get anything there. Like everything, it just looks difficult. Like I'm gonna pay all this money for difficult.
Give me
there's a pretzel. Is that difficult?
Okay, that's fair. The big old pretzel, yeah. That's
Gi-
so
give
big. I
me
looks like I
the-
can floss with it.
Give me the beignets. Give me the Disney beignets.
And the
give
mint
me
julep.
give me the shitty ass churros that they have over there, and then give me the overpriced turkey leg.
I just
I'm,
like the
I'm
turkey
good.
leg, yeah.
And you're
yeah,
good.
Hey,
same.
you know what I want? If I'm going there, I want Princess Leia pussy flavored ice cream.
There you go. Tastes like blue
Wow.
milk to me, man. Blue milk.
Wow.
Tastes like
Mm.
that Jabba meat.
So yeah, they have of course the Guardians ride, which has been there, which a lot of Disney fans got really pissed off when they first announced that they were going to change. But, I mean,
Tower of Terror.
to be fair, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, that was a lot of fun. That was really cool. But when you changed the look of a ride, and Disney fans are like, oh, it ruins the aesthetic of California Adventure. It ruins the skyline or whatever. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You're getting Guardians of the Galaxy.
Like they
guys love
never
this movie.
cared about the Tower of Terror until they said they were
Well,
gonna
that's not
destroy the
true.
Tower of Terror.
That's not true.
So they were
wait, okay, yeah, that is true, I guess. But I mean, they
Yeah.
were concerned about the Tower of Terror going away because of the nostalgia. Again, that's why everyone's worried about stuff going away.
But
So-
hey,
Look at the Matterhorn. They're about to destroy that motherfucker.
yeah,
don't
I
they
know,
still
I'm sure that's
have
the next thing to go.
Don't they still have the Tower of Terror in Disney World?
Yeah, they still have it at Disney World.
Yeah.
So
So
they can go to
you know,
Orlando.
By the way, the Tower of Terror in Disney World is better than how it was in California Adventure. In California Adventure, you get in the seat, you're in the tower, and that's it. You're up and down the tower. Yay, cool. You know, my knees are fucking shaking. This is too fucking fast. I like elevators, but not this fucking fast. Like, in the Disney World version, you get in the ride, you put your seatbelt on, and the whole thing moves through the Hollywood Tower.
So
you
the
actually
tension
go through.
builds. You go, ooh.
Yeah, that one's really cool. So
I gotta get there.
yeah,
See,
so that was cool.
this is the reason why California, or Disneyland, kind of sucks.
No,
you
it
know,
isn't.
because of more mediocre rides, so you can go to Orlando and get a better
it's
ride.
the original version that Walt planned. So
No,
Walt
the
didn't even
original
plan
the original
Disney
one
World.
was in Texas.
What?
He just didn't get along with the people
Well,
because
He designed
Walt
Disney
Disney's an
World.
anti-Semite. So I'm just saying.
oh god. So the other ride that they have is Web Slingers, which is the Spider-Man 3D or 4D ride. Which
Yeah.
you can shoot webs just with your hands. They track your hand movements with
I can't get past Kuya.
God.
Just can't help himself, dude.
Hey, hot take. I'm just saying. It's a hot take, but it's the truth.
Kuya, no, I know. Like that's the thing. People don't like the truth anymore, so that's why.
Hey, this is the kind of podcast we have. We tell truths.
yeah. And then,
We
fucking-
we don't half-ass anything here.
and then as soon as the show fucking ends, you got Disney brass waiting, knocking at your
Oh,
door.
wait, okay. Like Disney's gonna care about a little tiny ass podcast.
I know, right?
With,
They're
you
fucking
know-
listening.
Oh yeah, she make fucking hey, Bob Iger. How about you blow me? There you go.
He's not CEO anymore, dude. I'm sure.
Yeah,
he
he's
got
not
time for
CEO
that.
now. He's
It
relaxed.
doesn't matter. Whoever the CEO of Disneyland is, blow me. There you go.
So
They gotta get in
the,
line behind Bob Iger.
Yeah, but Bob Iger
Spider-Man-
anyway. So
the Spider-Man Web Slingers ride, you can basically shoot webs just with your hands. They track your hand movement, and you're playing it's very interactive, like the Toy Story Mania. But
wait, are you actually gonna like web sling though? Are you gonna?
Well, if you do
are you
that-
gonna go through buildings? Oh, it's
That's a good question.
it's 3D or 4D.
yeah, you're seated in a ride, and
Ah.
you're doing this. You're sitting down. So we're
Man.
not there yet. We're not. I mean, you know the lawsuits and liability issues if you actually fucking swing in a dark
Hey.
ride. Like,
Again, if we want authenticity when it comes to Marvel, because Marvel is the greatest franchise of all time with all the superheroes and everything.
who wants to?
So
stand-
we want Spider-Man. We want fucking web slinging. We
That's a
want
lot of work.
we want to
I'll-
crash
I'll web
into
swing
buildings.
Sitting down.
I know. Like, what are you, a handicapped Spider-Man? What the fuck? Why are you sitting down?
Oh, yeah. And then when the handicapped person in line can't do that, they'll be like,
Oh,
I want to sit down.
Well, you can't do that. Spider-Man isn't handicapped. I'm sorry, son.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he's gonna smash the dreams. Be like,
I'm
I
sorry.
Spider-Man too. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
but
I just
No,
had a
anyway,
wheelchair
you can-
ramp.
hey, son, you can be Professor X. Good,
How
because
did we
Professor
get on
X
this
is in
tangent?
a
What the
wheelchair.
fuck?
Yeah, Professor X is in a wheelchair,
Oh my gosh.
so you can be Professor X.
The Professor
How about
X,
that?
the Professor X ride will just be like rolling around the mansion, and that's it. Like, all
Right?
done.
Oh my god.
And then it's
So-
like, oh, guess what I'm thinking right now? Oh, you're right. Absolutely, you're Professor X. Gotcha.
That's so
Holy
bad,
shit.
dude. Why are we joking about this?
So with the Spider-Man ride, if you want to upgrade, you can for $35 a pop for each hand. You can get an upgraded web shooter, or you can do an Iron Man repulsor blast thing, where you're gonna be Iron Man. Like, you know, have you seen?
Can
that
we
before the
stop
kid?
with Iron Man already? Because he's dead. Like this fucking just move on already with this shit.
Oh, wait, I
Why
already
the
have a
fuck
web
would-
shooter. I already
Why
have
the
one.
fuck would you want to do that anyway? Spider-Man's a fucking king simp anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See,
but I don't. Why would I want to buy one of those? I already have a web shooter. It just you got to rub it to get it to work. That's it.
yeah.
Well, you can't.
Some,
you can't whip
sometimes
that
it shoots
shooter
like
out now,
prematurely,
can
you know.
You can't. whip
Right?
that out of the
Sometimes
vibe,
it shoots
can you?
prematurely.
Yeah, let's
I
see
know-
you
I know
try
I-
whipping that web shooter out in Disneyland, and then you'll get
Oh
banned.
yeah.
Hey,
So
you,
fucking
you'd be
bad.
you would be surprised of the stuff that I saw in Disneyland when I was there. And like
mean-
I was there with my little nephew, and boy oh boy, I saw like two similar people like doing like extreme PDA.
Well, Disneyland's supposed to be pedophile country anyway, so what? Here we
Yeah,
go.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They like playing fiddly dee with little kids all the time. So
yeah. That's why they like all the old timers, the purists, they love Mr. Toad's ride.
exactly.
Dude,
Fucking-
that ride fucked me up. Holy shit, dude.
Mr.
That's
Toad's
amazing.
hey, Mr. Toad's ride is the most gangster ride in Disneyland, dude. I swear to God,
It's fucking
like
satanic shit.
it's
Holy-
amazing.
What is up
It's
with
amazing.
this? I'm like, how is this ride still here?
It's amazing. And then that, and then Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Yeah,
You
if
can't
wanna
leave.
go,
Yeah.
You
get a
can't leave out.
chiropractic
It's a small
adjustment.
world.
Oh God,
Because
Jesus.
it's a small world. Is like the precursor for MK Ultra. So it brainwashes your ass.
Pinhead.
yeah.
I like the first time I went to Disneyland, I was so excited to going into like It's a Small World because I was like, oh my God, I've never been there. Like, and I've heard so much like that, right? And then like after hearing the same fucking song for like 800 times while I'm waiting in line, I just wanted to kill every single doll in that fucking thing, dude. Like I wanted to strangle every single doll because I was just like, shut the fuck up with A Small World.
Well, there's that guy that got trapped in the ride in Small World.
Yeah.
This was like years ago. He got trapped in there.
Didn't he
I think
sue?
I think he was.
He sued.
I think he was handicapped.
I thought you were gonna say the fat fuck.
Dude, that's wow. That sucks.
So
He
yeah,
thought it was a
and he
pedophile.
sued.
Then he'd be like, oh my God, it's a small world after all.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, hold on.
Oh
hold
my
on.
God.
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it.
In the gift
It
shop,
was-
there's
I think
in the gift shop they have the most perfect gift in that It's a Small World ride. There's a shirt.
so,
There's a shirt that says "I survived. It's a small world."
okay, so this
Oh
is
my
so
God.
this is from 2000. This is from 2013. All right. So USA Today, man stuck on It's a Small World ride sues Disney and he won.
Yep.
So a paralyzed man was forced to listen to It's a Small World on loop for 30 minutes.
Yep.
When the Disneyland ride the Disneyland ride broke down in 2008. He
Yep.
sued and won. So he was awarded $8,000 by Disneyland after It's a Small World ride broke down, stranding him for a half hour while the theme song played continuously.
Yep.
Eight-
And
eight
I'm
grand,
sure
what a rip.
I'm sure he got
Man,
like,
you should have got.
No, I'm
You
sure he
should've
got VIP pass for a
lifetime
year.
passes.
Yep, lifetime VIP pass.
Yeah.
Like fuck all the bullshit. Like
Yeah. If I took
$8,000 is
$8,000, give me that
No,
fucking
no.
lifetime pass.
exactly,
It's like-
exactly,
I have a family of 12. I want lifetime passes.
exactly.
That's
And
all
not
I'm gonna
only
say.
that, not only that, let me get the finest hotel right next to the fucking park,
Yeah.
right there. That's how you do it. Not
Yeah.
this fucking.
And I want the
got
blue lady. I want
$8,000.
I want the blue lady right there with me. You guys know who the blue lady is, right?
No.
Yep.
Yeah, the blue lady is like the most like the highest level like VIP person like over there. If you have a blue lady with you, that means you're a big deal. You get first dibs.
Jobs. Woo!
You get first dibs at everything.
Mm.
Like first dibs on all the rides, on all the things. Like if you tell the blue lady, oh, I don't want anybody else riding with me. They're gonna tell the person, hey, you know what? No rides.
It was
And there's
like
a
when,
legend that if you ask for the blue lady, you can fuck Bob Iger in the ass as many times as you
There you
want.
go. See, there you go. If you if you
And
see
you
the blue
can get
lady's name,
you can get your Princess Leia's ice cream flavored slave.
There you go.
Yeah, baby.
It was,
Woo!
it was like when my wife was young. I think she was like 13, 14 or something like that. And the blue lady brought Kobe over to the train, and she was
Yep.
in a seat, and they told her to move.
Yep.
And she was like, for who? And they're like, oh, it's Kobe Bryant. You should get out of your seat. And she's like, no, I'm not gonna get out of my seat. And they forced her out of her
Yep.
seat.
Oh,
they
It's like
they
come on,
they
dude.
have
Bitch,
highest
you're
authority.
moving.
They have
Yeah.
highest authority. The blue
It's like
ladies.
the Dora
They do.
Milaje. Move or
Yeah.
you will be fucking moved.
Yeah, she
Yep.
was moved. Yeah, and she was pissed, dude. She was like, "Are you serious? Like, who cares who he is? I don't care." This
Yeah,
is my
like
seat."
you know, if you want to eat at like the fancy restaurants or whatever, if you have a blue lady, it doesn't matter if Bill Gates is in line and it's like, oh, I have reservations. Nope, blue lady said no.
Yep. Which is
Really? I
stupid.
did not know this. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's garbage.
And I
bro.
think it's like an extra, like if for example, if you have a pass, a yearly pass, all it takes I think is I want to say $500 or $600 to get a blue lady.
Yeah, it's well. The
It's
thing is, too,
ridiculous.
Yeah,
It's
'cause she-
ridiculous.
she got booted off the ride, and she had to wait she had to wait again. She had
Yep.
to wait in line again. And they said like, whatever. It's like, oh my, it's it's so cheap, dude. Like that's not okay. Sorry. it's just
But
not.
again, this is what you're gonna say. If you get stuck in fucking, it's a small world for like 30 minutes, hearing the goddamn song over and over again. Is like I have 15 family members. I want lifetime passes, and I want every time I visit here, I want a blue lady.
It's real simple. The handicap guy
Pretty
should have
simple.
just said, blue lady, blue lady, blue lady, I want blue lady.
It was like
Well, yeah, because the $8,000 now, when you look at how
It's
much
nothing.
Disneyland passes
that's like
cost,
5 churros.
Yeah,
Exactly, exactly. It's
Okay,
5
like-
churros and a half a beer.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I farted it. It's gone.
Pretty
Five
much.
churros and like maybe a handshake from Mickey. I don't know. That's
As
about
far
it.
as I'm concerned, $8,000 is just spitting in his face. That's
Yeah.
what I see
Yeah.
that as.
And then, man, and then when what he should have done every time he goes back to the park with those lifetime
Like
passes,
let's just
Every
get
time
like
he's at-
fucking.
every time he's at Small World,
Yeah!
he's like, shut the ride down right now. Shut it down for 30
Like
minutes.
if you walk past it, you just start freezing,
Like anyone
start
who's in there,
foaming in the mouth and everything.
anyone who's in there, fuck you guys. You're gonna stay there for 35 minutes. Oh,
No,
man.
what's gonna happen is he's gonna find the ultimate handicap Karen with those stilts on her arms going forward past him as he's willing his way, going, "Yep, you should have went for the blue lady."
Yeah. And then like those Karens are gonna be like, "Excuse me, blue lady, I was here first, okay? Excuse me."
Can I speak to
And then
your
the blue lady-
manager?
Yeah, can I speak with your manager? And then like blue lady would be like, "Bitch, I am the manager.
I am the
What?
fucking manager.
I'm the blue lady."
Blue lady just straight up puts you in a stranglehold and moves you to the back of the line.
And and a funny thing, the reason why they're called blue ladies because one, they're wearing blue, and they kind of look like Mary Poppins.
yeah, some of them have plaid, right? If I'm not
Yeah.
No
mistaken.
wonder
some of-
why they're such rotten bitches.
Oh yeah, like they're very they're very direct. They have a purpose. They got paid to do this job, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah,
That
They-
explains
they have-
because Mary Poppins was
they
a
have-
hoe.
They have zero cares. Again, oh, you have feelings? Well, fuck your feelings.
Oh, how about a spoonful of fuck you?
Yeah, right? How about a spoonful of you, man?
This is no longer the happiest place on earth for you, my poor child. Back of the line. You should have
Yeah,
paid more
bye-bye.
money.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
It's
Fascinating.
ridiculous, dude. It's a joke.
Roll your ass back to the line.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got for news and stuff. So,
Hey,
anything
Mike,
you guys want to talk about?
do you still did you get that news about, like, you remember you mentioned something about like Boba Fett, like in a comic book or something like that?
Oh, yes. So the new
Okay.
comic book that was launched, the War of the Bounty Hunters,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So Boba Fett on his way from Cloud City, he's got Han Solo frozen in carbonite.
Okay.
And-
Wait, who captured Han Solo?
Shall we go down
Who
this road
captured Han
again?
Solo?
Are we gonna go down this road again? Really?
I'll leave. I'll leave this chat. Watch me leave.
oh, he's like,
Okay. Okay. So let's just pretend that Boba Fett captured Han Solo. Okay. Go ahead and continue, please.
so it turns out Boba Fett loses Han Solo. Is it he's taken from him? Someone takes him from him or something? Hold on, I'm looking for the link.
It's a comic series, right?
Yeah, it's
This
a brand
comes
new comic series that just started.
Hmm.
It just started.
And everything moving forward is canon, correct?
Well, until they rewrite it in TV.
Until Dave Filoni says, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah. What's that story about Kanan? Yeah. We're gonna go with what I want.
Okay,
So-
so here we go. I think this is it. Yeah. So this is from Gizmodo.com. Star Wars. This is the title. Star Wars just made smuggling Han Solo's body a very complicated business. So at the end of Empire Strikes Back, Boba Fett was on Cloud 9, or rather Cloud City, thinking he just secured himself the bounty of the century in Han Solo's carbonite encased form. It turns out, though, that Fett couldn't get himself straight to Jabba's palace without some complications. And now we know those complications have huge ramifications for Star Wars' criminal underworld, thanks to a new Marvel comic and one hell of a revelation. So War of the Bounty Hunters #1, the first in a 5-part limited comic book series. Let's see. Someone stole Han Solo from Boba Fett. Boba Fett is very mad, but as ever with the underworld of the galaxy far, far away, things are always more complicated, messier, and more intimate than just someone taking something from someone else. Drowning his sorrows on Nar Shaddaa, Fett quickly discovers that the Bounty Hunters Guild has placed an open contract on him, making his bad day even worse. Now every hunter from randos in the bar to faves like Forlom and Zuckus are after the significant pile of credits on Fett's head. Though he's good at what he does, as he frequently reminds associates and opponents alike in this issue, not even he can perform as his best, most assholish self when every hunter worth their marks is on his trail. After a quick explosive fight that renders Forlom's head distinctly separated from its body, Fett uses the droid to reverse engineer just who put out the hit, Jabba the Hutt, who's very angry that Fett's running late with his Han Solo popsicle. So this would already be enough of an interesting twist. The realization that the entire underworld of Star Wars is frankly an incredible mess of very dramatic freelancers, their patrons, and tired vets who just want to do their job as stress-free as possible, even if the job is shooting at each other all the time, even as we contrast it with the issue's clear-cut characterization of Fett as the image we knew and loved beyond his appearance in the movies, that he really just is that kind of badass, for better or worse. It's made much more interesting and frankly much funnier here that this whole messy scenario is made out of his own failure to keep Han from being scooped from under him in the first place. Fett made his bed, half-assed it, and now he has to lie in it, and that infuriates him. So what happens, it turns out that when they look at who is trying to get Han away from Boba Fett, so it turns out there's a surprise reveal So it says here, but true to form, the issue has one last twist that makes everything much, much messier. Darth Maul is long gone from the Crimson Dawn, and the person who's recovered Han Solo to revitalize Dawn's reputation and sell him off to the highest bidder, it's none other than Kira. So Kira, aka Emilia Clarke from Solo, a Star Wars story. So it says here, let's see. Yeah, so this is the first time we've seen Emilia Clarke's troubled Corellian criminal since Solo, a Star Wars story, which took place nearly a decade and a half before the events of this comic. Fans of the character have been waiting and waiting to see just what Lucasfilm could do with her, and now we're going to start seeing some indications that perhaps it's been a long, hard time for Kira. Her final page reveal in War of the Bounty Hunters #1 paints her as both still having complicated feelings towards Han, but also hardened even further by her life in the Dawn. Her former friend and lover now as much a tool for her to wield that criminal power as he is someone she once cared about deeply. So, there you go.
I think it'd be a cool story if I could watch it. But
right?
Yeah, I think it'd be fun to watch.
The greatest bounty hunter of all time lost the bounty.
Yep. It's like John Wick, man. Like, you know, they hire a bunch of dudes to go after him.
John Wick didn't lose the puppy. The puppy died.
That's losing the puppy. Puppy
No.
died. Puppy got murdered right next to him.
The Russians killed the puppy.
Yeah, after they beat him up and left him there.
Oh yeah, but like, you know, he lost the carbonated Han Solo.
Yeah, but as we see in Empire Strikes Back, it's right where he's supposed to be with Jabba.
Yeah, but like, you know,
so
after
you
the
lose,
fact.
Buddy.
But that's after the fact. You know,
He
like,
still got the job done.
yeah, but then
like,
but then Jabba like put a hit on it because like, what's taking so fucking long?
Yeah.
Fucking I have Amazon Prime. Fucking it's supposed to be a day.
I have Fed Prime. What the fuck?
I have Fed Prime.
Day.
Jump to hyperspace.
A day or it's free.
Actually, if they did this for the Book of Boba, it'd be kind of cool. To be honest,
it would be. I wouldn't mind watching that. Like if they had one episode dedicated to something like this, that'd be awesome.
Like, you know, like tell, you know, like it's like one of those, like, you know, filler episodes. Or tell me, Uncle Boba, what happened to you in Han Solo?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
And then we're like, oh, you know, I captured Han Solo with the help of, you know, Supreme Leader.
All by myself.
All by myself. Nobody else blocked the blasters with his cybernetic hand. and nobody grabbed the.
Okay, we're not gonna have this talk again.
Nobody pulled the fucking blaster from Han Solo's hand and, you know, forced grabbed it over there.
If the fans that are listening, if there's anybody listening, if you guys want to know this conversation, we had it like towards the beginning when we first started this series, and I slaughtered you across the floor.
I don't think so. Yeah. I know about that. No.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. sure.
I don't think you don't know, because again, you know, when we're talking about Star Wars logic, I'm just saying, who captured who? he fucking followed him and reported to Darth Vader, and then Darth Vader invited him to have dinner, and he was like,
"We had this talk already."
Okay.
Shh, quiet
now. There's a book that we have, a kids book that we read with the kids, and it basically tells it in the book of how it's done. But again, without Boba Fett telling Vader, "Yo, I'm tracking them down. They're going to Cloud City." Vader,
yeah, but then again, who captured the process of capturing said Han Solo? Who did it? Just saying. I mean, like, you know, like this is what I'm saying. Like, you know, if somebody did like, you know, if you us four did like a book report, right?
And I did all the work.
And then Sequester Jester got the outline and everything. Cool. Yeah, Mike did his work. Pinhead did his work, and then all of a sudden, so somebody needs to present this. Oh, and then okay,
Yeah.
fucking
So
Kuya
then
will
they-
present it,
Okay.
and then it's like, oh, it was amazing. Thank you so much. So you get all the credit because you did the outline.
Because I did all the work, yeah, and all you did was
No,
turn it in, you lazy
what?
bastard. Hell yeah, I deserve
No.
all the credit.
You did the outline. Mike and Pinhead did the other
Well,
stuff.
all you did was turn it in. That does
I-
not count.
I presented. I was there. I was there to present all of the facts, all of the things that are right there.
Okay, but I did all the work,
Yeah.
all the research, and you have no idea what
The
you're doing.
outline. I didn't say research. I said outline.
You know, it's 1:00 in the morning. I really want to just butter my popcorn and go to sleep because
Okay,
I
then-
gotta get up early.
Have a good
You
night.
know, I really don't want to have this talk. Like, dude, we already had this talk. I just, you know.
I just love it when we every time we talk about boba, you get so fucking like your ass is just like your ass cheeks just going.
Wait till the book of Boba Fett.
I know. Wait,
Oh my
again,
God.
people that are listening to the podcast, wait until the book of Boba at the end of the year, because me and Jester it's gonna be good times. I know Pinhead is looking forward to it, even though he's not a Space Wizards fan. He's gonna
he
love
says
every
he's not.
single one.
He says he's not, but he loves it.
You know, he loves the banter that like me and Jess are gonna be talking about. We're gonna be going back and forth like crazy. He's gonna be like, Pinhead's gonna be like, you know what? I'm just gonna drink my beer and have fun. So
Yeah, like fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Have my
that's
beer.
basically.
Alrighty. Well, that does about it. It's been fun to be back with
I
everyone.
know, fucking.
It was fun.
Like, I was so bummed out like last week when you guys were gone. I was just like, maybe I should do the podcast myself and start talking about absolutely.
You should. You
nothing,
could have
'cause I
just gotten
nothing.
Instagram Live.
No,
So you
Wait,
guys
it's
you
not the
actually post something on your Instagram.
it's not the same.
Go on
It's not-
Twitch.
It's not the same.
Yes, true.
Like-
Like like I would be I would be Alfred without Batman and Mike's Batman, Pinhead's Robin, and Sequester Jester's whatever character.
I am not fucking
I
Rob.
hate you, dude. I swear.
Robin is like one of the better characters. Pinhead.
You're such
I'm
a
saying.
dick, bro. Let's end the show. Oh my gosh.
Or we can do Superman. Then I can be Jimmy Olsen. Pinhead can be Lois Lane.
Hell
Mike
yeah.
Mike can be Superman, and then Jester can be Bibbo. There you go.
Oh my god.
Is that better than the whatever character in the Rogues
Gosh,
Gallery?
you're just a penguin. How about that?
Oh, I'm a penguin. I like penguins.
Mike, end the show, please.
Alrighty.
Make it
Thank you guys
stop.
for listening. If you guys want to follow us on our social medias, you can check out the information.
Or don't.
below.
Like, we don't fucking care.
As you can tell, it's been so much fun. Thank you guys for listening. Till next time, we'll be back.
Bye.
Bye.
I quit.